All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you guys are having an amazing morning. Hope you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. Is video coming in on the chat room? I see it black. I see it dark.
Let's see. I see a little tab here that says live trading screen, but so far I'm getting nothing from it.
Huh. All right, let's see. See what's going on here on this situation. How about YouTube? You guys getting the screen good to go? It's just a chat room thing. I'm gonna check. Let's see. As soon as I hit the live button, I noticed that. All good on YouTube. All right, so 1 second, chat room. We're gonna refresh this and see what it did not like here. Let's do it again. Okay. What about that? So like that. Still looks dark on my end.
Yeah.
Huh. Not doing anything different. All right, let me close it out completely, guys. So over on YouTube, just hang tight with us a little bit as we figure out why this is not working the way it should. Try one more time here. This is how IT stays employed. Unfortunately, I'm the only IT guy that got to do the IT work for this thing. But this IT gets it done.
Purposely causing you problems?
Absolutely. In the meantime, good morning on YouTube. Good morning, DEF. Good morning, Steven, James. Welcome, Tony. Good to see you.
Yeah, morning, everybody. Look, I can get started on the economic calendar while Carlos is working on that because, frankly, there's not much to say. It is pretty much an empty day in terms of economic events. The only thing I could find of note was the fact that there's a couple more Fed speakers out there. Barkin and Bowman are doing. Apparently, they're out doing this series called Fed Listens, and I'm not sure who they're listening to. But I'm sure it's a bunch of elite muckety-mucks who they're, I don't know what, talking to, and who knows. Anyways, it's one of those, PR activities, I got to believe, because I can't imagine that their policies are going to be affected by anything they hear out on the street. But I don't know, maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. So Fed Listens, anyways, they're listening to people at 12:15 today, apparently. So if you're one of the people, you make sure to let them know what they should do. All right. But that's it. It's pretty quiet other than that. We had some economic data out of Canada. We had a couple of things that are supposed to come out, like crude oil inventories. But, I don't know, nothing from a market perspective. So all in all, pretty quiet day. Here we are on this Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Don't forget, next week is a shortened week. With the holiday, the markets are closed all day Monday. We will not be here Monday either. So I feel like the market is sort of just quiet. It's hoping that things are going to go quiet into the holiday. I don't know. Maybe that's just my perspective. Because, this week has been fairly quiet, right? There really hasn't been a lot happening. We've had a couple of earnings. I got a couple to talk to you about today. But all in all, it's been a relatively quiet and lazy day. Some decent trading if you've been watching the right things. But not massive moves, anyways, in my opinion. So, with that, let's take a look. We can take a look at what's on the gappers list because there are a few things out there. Maybe we'll see if Carlos might still be working, turning a couple of screws and adjusting the knobs out there. But there we go.
Yep, we got it. Got it up and working here, so chat room should be perfectly fine. Here's our gappers list, friends. Again, a couple of names that we're familiar with. The one that stuck out right away was QBTS. Again, continuing here to push higher. So this thing has been on a tear. Quantum is like the new shiny toy for the market, and it's really doing some stuff here. Up another 8%. QUBT following suit, and some other ones as well. So we'll dive into that. Some big numbers here: 70%, 29, and 21. we'll see what's taking place in this list. And mRNA also sticks out because we had fun with that some time ago. Not so much right now. And the gap down, a name that's very familiar here, UNH, gapping down this morning, 4.3. They had a great run over the last couple of days. So we'll see how that looks today. Have not traded it. I kept it on the list. It's moving. It's moving. How tradable it is, I'm not really sure. And then we got Target, probably earnings. We'll dive into all this stuff on here. All right, excellent. Let's take a look, friends. I have the SPY up. As Peter was mentioning, we kind of been very quiet, and this is one of the big reasons why. If you see the SPY, it's just very flat for the most part. Not a whole lot of movement. We had a nice little rally of from beginning of April, if you want to count April, really mid-April, started going here pretty nicely, and then we're just kind of getting a little bit toppy, at least here. So that's kind of cooling off a couple of things, unless you're specifically like Nvidia and some other ones that have been just trading very, very well. But yeah, let's get on this list. EDBL is the first one on deck. This thing is up almost 70% this morning. Hard to borrow on it. Edible Garden AG. Is this like a pot wheat stock? Edible Garden? I mean, that'd be just perfect name for this. If that's the case. So Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
Yeah, Edible Garden. Not often that we see farm equipment companies on our list here. Look, this is I don't see a float on this, but the total available shares are only 1.4 million, so the float's somewhere lower than that. Immediately, right, alarm bells go off. It's only got like a $6 million market cap. I don't know. Apparently, they are launching a sports nutrition line on Amazon. So I'm not, I don't know, not very impressed, because anybody can launch anything they want on Amazon. Good for them. Anyways, Kick Sports Nutrition is their brand that they're putting there. They say that as a company, they're a leader in controlled environment agriculture. What does that mean? Anyways, I love how they make up these buzzwords. Anyways, whatever it means, they happen to be gapping this morning. I'm not going anywhere near it.
Yeah, good for them here. I don't think it's tradable for the way I trade. Lower price stock. What's the float on this, by the way? 1.4 million. So again, be very, very careful with your decision to decide. If I could speak today, with your decision to decide to trade this thing. I don't even know if that's even the correct wording. I don't know what's going on this morning. Next one on here, friends. Yeah, ASST. Wow, look at the massive move, up 30% this morning. We saw this before, I could tell, because we had a level here. So we might have saw this earlier when it popped up here. I don't remember it. But another move higher, guys, going towards 11 here. Again, just a massive, massive move of 30%. Good volume. Float on this bad boy is 12.6, so a little bit higher than that 1.4, but still a low float in our eyes here. Peter, any news driving this thing? Maybe a continuation from the previous pop?
Wow. Yeah, look, they apparently, this is apparently a Bitcoin play, and they have gone from a price at the beginning of this month of 53 cents to the $10 they're at now. So they're up something like 2,000% over the course of a few weeks here, and most of this has been in the last couple of days. Okay, so anyways, a Bitcoin play. They basically had a treasury merger. Excuse me, they merged with another company. Oh my God, I'm choking.
What's going on with us today, man? We are like
we're falling
we're
apart.
Off
Carlos.
balance, falling apart.
We're falling apart. Oh my God. Anyways, all right. So yeah, and they basically merged their Bitcoin holdings, and yeah, and of course with Bitcoin prices up, right, holding at $106,000 for a Bitcoin, having spiked as high as almost 108,000 in the early morning here. It's up in the zone where I said this is a breakout area, so we could see all Bitcoin plays start to get a little bit of a push. ASST maybe just an indicator of that. Again, low float here, obviously going up about 2,000%. I'm only seeing about 13 million shares in this float, so look, it's in play. I mean, we got 7 million shares traded this morning, and it's and it's still moving. So if you like the low floats, you may want to keep an eye on this one.
Yeah, this thing is rocking pretty good right here, friends. So definitely for the low flow stock, could be the low flow stock of the day. I will add it to my list. Up 32%. I really like the way it's trading this morning. But again, typically I won't touch something like this just because the flow that it is. All right, well, good morning, guys, in chat, but also good morning to Ken Wilson. So Ken Wilson joining us for the first time, new subscriber. He says, looking forward to learning with everyone. So welcome, my friend. You probably joined the wrong day because me and Peter are kind of off today, but come back. Come back. This is not usually the way it goes. All right. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. We'll be better. Promise. Subscribe, like, and perfect day too. We're giving a membership away. So we're doing a membership giveaway. You guys know what you have to do there. Good morning first, then membership, and then hit the like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. All right, let's continue here. Let's look at KDLY is next on the list this morning, up 28%, 1 million shares traded. Looks a little bit messy. Probably won't be on my list. We saw this a couple of days ago. Well, yeah, look at the daily. So for sure we saw this a couple of days ago. Again, I don't like it's not one of the stocks that I normally trade.
Yeah, and it's the same news I think we saw last time. There was a rumor of a potential merger. Now they're confirming that they are actively investigating this merger. You can see when it spiked up and then dropped. They're looking to merge with a company called Nakamoto Holdings, which is a Bitcoin native holding company. Why Nakamoto wants to get involved with Kindly MD, I am not sure, because this is a healthcare company, but they share a vision of the future, where a Bitcoin is part of the corporate balance sheet. I mean, I love these companies have nothing to do with Bitcoin holding trading, and they're doing all these mergers. Anyways, it seems to be happening. So whatever, that's the news. Doesn't interest me enough to look at actively trading this.
Yeah, it's Bitcoin. I know we're at 106, right? We're above 106. It could be down or up. I'm not sure. And their all-time high is like 109 from January. So we are nearing that those levels. People start getting very, very excited about it. So we'll see where it goes. I don't see the excitement though. Like if you look at Mara, if you look at coins, first thing I looked at this morning after reading that headline, I don't see the excitement in the Bitcoin type plays, right? So I'm not sure. Maybe it needs to actually push through that 109, but there's like nothing really happening. Even MSTR, pretty quiet. MSTR, really quiet in the last couple of days, right? I mean, I don't see anything great. Peter?
No, and as I said, I honestly think it has to push through that level. If we hit a new all-time high, we've got to get up. I said early hours, we were up at 108. 109, 110 is the level, I think, personally, that we've got to hit. And then you're going to see people start to lose their minds and go a little crazy. That's usually what happens with Bitcoin. And then we're going to start to see a little acceleration in the price. But I could be wrong, but that's typically what's happened in the past, right? You get to a new high, and then suddenly, again, all the baristas and the taxi drivers and all the people that don't normally follow stocks, right? That's usually when they're like, "It's time to buy Bitcoin." So
that's when we sell.
Yeah. Not to pick on a barista or a taxi driver. I'm just picking on people who probably aren't actively in the market. We call it the barista indicator, right? Like we all have stories of somebody who randomly, you're talking to a buddy in line at Starbucks and they're like, "Oh, you trade stocks? I'm thinking about getting into," and then they'll name whatever the hot thing is, right? And it's usually like, that's a sign that things have peaked. So when that starts to happen, Bitcoin's hitting the high, hitting the peak.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. Be very careful. All right, so yeah, let's again. I don't see anything grand. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see if anything comes out of it. What is hot and continues to push here is quantum, guys. QBTS up another 8.2 this morning. Again, this thing has just been on fire. Will be on my list. Will be the first one on. It was the first one on my list yesterday. Did actually treat us very well, so we're gonna keep it again on here. Let's see what comes out of it. But again, up nicely this morning after a beautiful day yesterday. Peter, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, like I mentioned how the markets have been really quiet. It's been fairly, sort of stable. Whenever there's those quiet markets, there's always one exception, and I would say this is the one, right? Quantum, as you said, has been a hot sector over the last week or so, and QBTS seems to be leading that charge. It was two good days in a row, really. And yesterday, gapped up and continued the gains through most of the day. So good mover through the open. I don't see any reason not to keep an eye on it. We have almost 25 million shares traded already this morning. So yeah, this thing is definitely in play. Whether it's going to continue to give us good price action, you never know. But it's worth keeping an eye on. With the oddity of this one, you need to keep in mind it does trade on the New York Stock Exchange. Again, that always throws me off when I see that. I always expect these to trade on the NASDAQ just because it tends to give a little bit more flowing price action. So just be aware of that. When it's hot like this, it often doesn't matter as much as other times. But as soon as the volume starts to slow down, that's when you'll see a difference in how it sort of reacts to news and other events. So just keep that in mind. But it's in play. It'll be on my list too, Carlos.
Yeah, I like it today. And again, when you mentioned that, really, nicey stock, I thought you made a mistake. That's the last thing on my mind, right? Because it trades such like a NASDAQ ticker. I'm like, wait a minute, I looked over, and you're right, nicey stock. I mean, it's very strange ticker to have on the New York Stock Exchange. Also given like it's a tech company, usually tech love NASDAQ. SBSW. Let's take a look here. This is I think mining. Is this mining? South American mining, I believe. No, maybe I'm confusing with somebody else. Is it that one?
It's a Banye Stillwater. It's a South African mining company.
Yeah. So they don't trade very well. We've seen them on our list here and there. Again, I think for day trading, the volume is not really there. Not great price action. You can kind of see some of that in the pre-market now. How it looks. Again, it's just not ideal for trading. So we'll skip this one. Let's head over to what's next on our gappers list. We got a bunch. We cover a lot already because some of the stuff doesn't look great. GPUS made its way up here, so we'll have to look at what this is. Go ahead, Peter. You have something?
GPUs. That's interesting.
Yeah.
GPUS. It's an aerospace company, though. Hyperscale data.
Yeah.
I don't think. Have we ever seen this? I don't know.
Yeah, we saw it. You might have been on vacation, but we did see it a couple of times actually. So again, didn't really trade it. I think they're cloud. Company, if I remember correctly. Again, we've seen so many of these now that just come up out of nowhere. This is one of them. It's just popped up a few weeks ago now. And again, don't really like it, Peter. I won't be watching it. Not sure if that's something that interests you.
No, not really. I mean, they reconfirmed their guidance. I assume that's why they're in the news. They said they're going to hit their numbers, which is, we haven't seen a lot of guidance out of companies. We've been very cautious with the tariffs. Not sure, obviously, from a business perspective, what that's going to bring. But Hyperscale says that they're still on track. And what do? They operate data centers and they mine digital assets. Offers co-location and hosting services for emerging AI ecosystems. That's a lot of stuff. So all data center, and it sounds like they run data centers and then they use spare capacity to mine Bitcoin in their spare time. That's really what it sounds like. All right, good for them.
Man, what is not involved in Bitcoin? Like everything is Bitcoin. I imagine when Kodak company had nothing to do with Bitcoin, also Bitcoin, Kodak. Right? And it continues. It continues. What was Kodak's ticker?
The Long Island Iced Tea Company. That was the other one.
That was sketchy.
Kodak was KODK.
Yeah, I got it here now. And again, it's just not doing anything. What's this Eastman Kodak? They changed their name?
A long time ago. Yeah, they had a merger.
Never noticed that. Yeah, when these guys, every time I think of Kodak, I think of the little rolls of film. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
For the camera? Oh, those are great.
Well, they made a fateful decision about 20 years ago not to get into digital, and never been the same since. So
that was a mistake. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. So that covers a lot of the stuff on here, guys. Let's look at XBEV. We'll look at the next three. Might as well cover that. Yeah, XBEV here. We haven't seen this ticker in quite some time, but I know EVs have been front and center lately, getting a little bit of attention. Elon speaking again today. I think someone mentioned, I overheard. So I know he talked a lot yesterday. His stock was wild yesterday morning, and it continued like that. So, a lot happening with EVs.
Yeah, I think he had two speaking engagements, one in the morning and then one in the
Yeah.
afternoon. And yeah, it looks like the first one did the company some good, the second one not so much. So, but I think at the same time he was talking, is when Trump was also talking, although they were talking about radically different things. But in any event, sometimes you just get, dragged by the market. So, XBEV, though, in the news as they've actually come out with a very bullish forecast. They said that they're seeing above expected demand for especially the low end of their electric vehicles. So they're seeing a huge demand, and it's significant, this news, right? That they're specifically talking about their low end vehicles, their entry level vehicles are getting a ton of demand, because that's not the space in which Tesla plays, right? They're not trying to give you the low price vehicle. They've always tried to position themselves as a luxury brand, and that's getting more and more difficult as other EV companies come up with competitive offerings, sometimes at a cheaper price, especially in the Chinese market, where they have taken all they've learned from Tesla and others, and frankly, with government support, are killing it. I mean, if you want world leading EVs, you go no further than China. So, anyways, XPEV, one of those companies that is doing well in the market, and BYD also raised their guidance, but we don't really trade BYD for whatever reason. They just don't like the North American market, the North American markets for trading, that is. But XBEV does. So, yeah, good news for them. I don't know, Carlos. This one has, used to be a lot of fun. And of course, we've got to go into the Wayback Machine here to remember when this was a lot of fun. But
go to
even,
weekly.
Yeah. Even on a news day, like, you could just see, look at these tiny little candles. It just doesn't move well anymore. So, the blush is off this rose. Even with the news, I'm not going to spend any time with XBEV, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth watching. Again, it could change. Pre-market looks good. There might be something there, but again, I don't think it's worth our time, at least not right now. All right, let's look at WRD. It's the next one I have on here. This one is, what do we have here? We're up 3.1. We Ride, great name. 1.8 million shares traded. Again, we've seen this name a couple of times, this ticker come up. I have never traded. Not sure if you guys in chat or our members have traded this one. Peter, I know you probably haven't. I mean, it's just, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to keep it off. We'll keep this one off.
They keep getting in the news. They were announcing a partnership yesterday about their robo-taxi service and how they're expanding it. They've now announced 15 different new cities that they're going to expand their robo-taxi service to. Again, this is true robo-taxi stuff, right? Like, these are fully autonomous cars that are driving around a whole bunch of Chinese cities. So, they're really sort of moving forward quite aggressively. They've also taken the opportunity with the recent increase in their stock price to, over the last couple of days, right, to announce a share buyback program. So I think they're trying to continue to push it higher, because, if you look at the daily, they're way down from the big spike that they'd managed to achieve back in early part of this year in February. I think they'd like to push their stock price back up again today. So, anyways, $100 million worth of Class A shares over the next 12 months, which is frankly not huge, right? I mean, they've got 251 million shares outstanding on a $2 billion company. So $100 million share buyback is not that big. But anyways, it's newsworthy. If you like it, then by all means trade it. Can't say I didn't watch it yesterday, but it doesn't look good from what I'm just looking back at on the chart. So yeah, probably not going to spend much time on it.
Yeah. Last but not least on this list is going to be Baidu. Let's take a look at how Baidu's doing. They are up here 2.4. I am seeing 895,000 shares traded. Another one that, again, these Chinese tickers have, for me at least, have not been doing all that well. The one day Baba does something decent, I wasn't really watching it. So here it is. I think it was on my secondary list. I actually traded very well. Had a beautiful breakout. I actually remembered clearly because it was a very clean breakout above VWAP. And unfortunately, we were doing some other stuff. So Not sure about Baidu, Peter. Anything specific to this ticker?
No, I got nothing to say on it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, there you go. We'll move right on. So that covers our gap up. As far as gapping up, anything you like this morning we haven't covered?
A couple things on earnings side that I thought I'd mention. Last night we had earnings from 3 different offerings. 2 of them are gapping up. Keys, Keys. They don't trade a lot of volume, but I was just keeping an eye on them. They beat their numbers. And the other one was Toll Brothers, TOL, also one that doesn't typically trade a lot of volume pre-market. Interestingly, they're gapping up. Again, they beat their numbers. It wasn't all that exciting, but they held their guidance. There was a time not that long ago where if you just held to your guidance, you would be punished and your stock would gap down. Nowadays, if you even provide guidance, especially if you say, yeah, I think we can, still hit our numbers, your stock can actually get a boost from it. So I just found that interesting. Also gapping up, but again, relatively low volume this morning. So we'll talk about a couple of other earnings as we get to the gap down list.
All right, let's jump into the gap down, friends. Leading the way, CYTA. I believe we saw this yesterday. So CYTA this morning, we are big gap up yesterday. Today they're on the way down here. Hard to borrow. Low flow stock sitting at 3 million shares flow. So again, doesn't meet my criteria for what I would like to trade. But you can see yesterday's action here did get a nice, actually very interesting for a low flow. They usually don't do this, right? They usually have a hard time continuing. They actually closed higher than what they opened. So that's a good sign for them, right? So not sure what this second day play will look like today, but it won't be on my list. Low flow stock, be very careful on this one.
Yeah, I just took one look at the daily. Just zoom out on the daily, and it'll tell you why you probably need to avoid this one.
Yeah, what the heck?
There,
now, is this like multiple reverse splits? Is that right? That's what happens, right? Or is it really the price 600?
I don't know. Like, so there's some of these that end up like that. If they were properly done, I guess reverse splits, then they should be adjusting the chart, right? So you don't end up seeing all of that. But I mean, it could be, I guess. I mean, it must be something like that. Normally when you reverse split, again, they adjust the chart. Like if you go back and look at Google, which is split and stuff, right? The chart doesn't go all wonky. But maybe they don't do it on the smaller offerings. I don't know. But it's
anyway. Different because Google's not falling from the face of the earth, right? So it's a little bit different.
But still, it's not like
if you go back,
you see the price up to 800 and then suddenly drop to 80. Like they did do a split, like they readjust the chart all the way back, right? It looks like a smooth curve. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm not sure, but it would make sense that on a reverse split, maybe they do that to just let you know that this is a stock in trouble. I mean, anyways, one way or the other, it doesn't, if that's what it is, then, which would make a lot of sense, of course, because I doubt this thing was actually, $400 to $6. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, but whatever. Look, I see a chart like that, I'm usually saying, nope, not for me, thank you.
Running away from that. And we're going to do just that, friends. Let's run away out of this thing. Let's look at the next one, VFC. VFC, here we are. Another one that doesn't look great this morning. Down 12.7, 555,000 shares traded. And the float on this one, high float, 367 million. VF Corporation, Peter, what do you think about these guys?
As people are talking about it, I guess you guys are right. Now that I'm thinking about it, if it was when they do these reverse splits, you're right. The stock chart would like that because a reverse split would have caused these big artificial bumps in the price. Instead, it just shows how much trouble they are in if they reverse split and they're still down like that. But in any event, all right, whatever. You see a chart like that, run away.
Run.
VFC. Every once in a while, this VF Corp jumps up on the chart. Usually it's earnings. It looks like they did have earnings. I wasn't tracking these guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, here they are. They are on the earnings. It looks like they missed revenue, delivering only 2.14 billion versus the 2.19, and they did slightly better on bottom line earnings, though they lost less money than anticipated. So, but not enough, obviously, to put them in the green. I don't enjoy trading this. I've tried to watch it a couple of times. They also are citing tariffs as a big uncertainty and why they're lowering their forecast. So yeah, reasons why it's down, not good enough for me to trade.
Yeah, agreed. We'll leave it alone. Let's look at another one here, TGT. We see this 4 times a year, where that is when they have an earnings or maybe some kind of big news. But today, they're down. I just assumed it was earnings, Peter. I didn't actually
Yep.
check.
No, you're correct.
It is? Okay. All right.
Yep.
So, look, that's how predictable the stock is.
Yeah.
But yeah, earnings on this one, and we're seeing a little bit of a move here, Peter. What's the latest and greatest?
There was some great trading on this a couple of years ago, and because of that, I always have this warm spot in my heart for it. But sometimes you have to let go of old friends, right? When they stop calling, and TGT is one of them. So Target missed their numbers.
It's good.
They had there you go. That's right. There's the analogy for the day. Anyways, they had a bad quarter, didn't hit their numbers, and they called off their guidance once again, like you would expect. A lot of retailers. Citing uncertainty around the tariffs, pricing uncertainty. We know in the last couple of days, right, Trump came down on Walmart, as Walmart said they were raising prices because of the tariffs, and Trump said, "Suck it up, you wimps!" Right? You should be absorbing the price increase. But Target, I mean, they're telling the same tale here. So not a surprise. I mean, you would expect this when you're a low cost, you're a low cost provider of goods. I mean, that's what they market themselves as. And a lot of their stuff, as we know, come from overseas, largely from China and elsewhere. It's going to have an impact. So anyways, Target feeling that impact, not doing too bad, frankly, considering the headwinds that they've got from a stock price. But probably, if I look at the early volume here, it's 1.5 million, which is not bad. But I'm looking at the actual price action. It looks pretty flat to me. Once again, a NYSE stock too. So keep that in mind. It's possible this actually might trade well at the open, but if I have room, I might put it on a secondary list just to keep a side eye on it. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time worrying about it.
Yeah, same here. Won't be looking at this one. Next one on the list is CCCS. Can you have any more C's in here? We are CCC Intelligent Solutions. So, I don't know about this, Peter. It looks brutal on the daily. Looks really bad. So I don't like it at all here.
I don't. Look like it's an AI related company. Looks like they had earnings. No, that was a little while ago. I don't even know why this is gapping. I don't know why, and I really don't care that much, to be honest.
Yeah, no,
why am I negative today?
You look at this stock; it'll make you negative for sure. This thing looks really bad. So we'll leave it alone. In fact, we'll give it a nice little garbage truck there. Earnings, okay.
Oh, no,
looks brutal.
Yeah,
we don't like it. All right, let's go to UnitedHealth back down. I had a great couple of days, man, and Brian, when he says I knew it. Like I knew when this stock gapped down here in the 15, I'm like, this thing is it's gonna go up. You're not gonna sit around at 240 when you're not, when you're not going anywhere, given the massive size that you are, how much involved you are in the healthcare. So, great pop over the last couple of days, giving some back this morning. Again, just not sure how tradable it's going to be, but it's clearly still in play. I mean, look at this pre-market activity: 4.7 million shares traded. That's more than they see on a regular basis, maybe by like 10 times. Who knows? So I think it's still in play today. I'm going to put it on my secondary list. Where I trade is a whole different story. Peter, what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, the price action's flattening out a little bit. I'm surprised that it's been in play for as many days as it has. If you go back and look at a daily, you can sort of see what its regular day price action looks like, right? Very small candles, very low movement. Typically, it's institutionally driven. It's not traded a lot. Yeah, like look at all those tiny little candles. And even if you go back further, right before the drop, it's just it's the same, right? Lots of little candles for the most part. So yeah, I think it's going to get back into that mode.
If you look at the volume here compared to what they do, I mean, you can't even see the bars over here, how low it is.
Exactly. So, and we can see that volume dropping off day after day, right? So, I expect today to continue to bring the volume down. So, um, you're sort of getting to the bottom of the barrel here if you want to keep it on your list and keep trading it. I said I've been surprised. I was wrong about how active it was going to be. I thought it would be one day, maybe two, and it's been five. So oops, my bad. But and people made money off it, so you might still have an opportunity today. Don't get me wrong. If you've enjoyed trading it, by all means, keep an eye on it. You let me know if it keeps moving.
Yeah, I think there's still some juice left here. Go ahead, Peter.
Jahan's making an interesting point. He says those little candles are $10 to $20 moves. They are. But what happens when the volume drops, and this is where you got to be careful, right? You got to look at what the spread is and how big that move is compared to the overall price. I mean, it is still, it was a $400 stock. Let's call it a $300 stock now. But it was $400, $500, $600 stock. So sure, I expect $10 to $20 candles when you're a $600 stock. But also, it's a big difference if you get a $20 move with a dollar spread on it compared to a $150 stock that might get a $5 move with a 10-cent spread, right? My risk is better managed, and I can make more money off of the $150 stock with the only $5 move, right? That I can off the $20 move. So, but you do you.
Yeah, you do you. Absolutely. I have it on my second there. I just want to see where it goes here. I think it's interesting to see the moves given how much they have dropped and all the negative news behind it. Again, it reminds me a little of BA, just negative news, but finds a way to somehow move higher here. All right, that's our gap up list. Oh, I know it's one of your favorite tickers. Let's look at this one, TTWO. Not right now, but I know at one point this was on your list quite a bit because with the EA and all that gaming stuff. So they're here today. Not really in play. Not sure they're showing on our list. They're down 3.9. They just barely got the volume over. So not sure if there's any news, but doesn't seem to be really in play. They're just hitting the criteria for some reason.
Yeah, it seems. Look, they announced a secondary offering. They're issuing $1 billion in stock. A little bold considering that their flagship product, GTA 6, I think, is delayed and not out. So a little bold for them to say, "Give me more money." Maybe they need money to finish the development. They have stated that they're looking to try and make this game what is it? The quote was the best thing anyone's ever seen in entertainment. Okay, I know there's a lot of fans. I have to say I've never played the game, so
what?
What? Yeah, never bought one, never played it. I know it was big.
Man,
popular.
When that game first came out, I believe it was PlayStation 1, or maybe it could have been 2. But the first one, it was just mayhem, man. There was nothing like its kind where you could just do whatever you want, go wherever you want. There was nothing like it. It was just incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
They did innovate the open world concept where you could just go anywhere. But of course, you know what happens with the way the way they designed it, of course, what happens? Everybody's out there just doing all the bad stuff. So that's what it became known for, right?
Yeah.
And now, frankly, that seems to be its brand, right? Like, I don't even know if are there a plot in these games anymore? Like, is there actually like
there's missions
something you're supposed to do, or a sequence?
There's missions and all kinds of stuff you could do. I mean,
feel
there's
like it's all like crashing supercars,
You could do that if you like.
Faces and hookers. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you could definitely do all that if you like. But no, you can actually do missions and do all these things, and it's crazy, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a big fan base on this game. So, we'll see where it goes. All right, let's take a look. Carlton says Peter is shitting on someone else's lawn. Get off their lawn. No. Only we could do that.
That's my version.
Yeah. Nobody can tell us to get off their lawn. No. But yeah, that's good. I like that. ACHR. We are down 3%, 1 million shares traded. This ticker keeps coming up. Is that Archer Aviation? They got a lot going on with news and releases. But again, trading wise, we always find something better. Although today, man, look at our list today, Peter. QBTS and UNH. That just tells me a lot of our Teslas, Nvidias, and all these other usual suspects are not really moving a whole lot. And I take that back because as I'm saying that, Nvidia just popped up here, poked its head in here, went away. So Nvidia's down. As I was saying that, like, prove me wrong. Like, you sure? Boom, Nvidia came here. So Nvidia's on and off that 2% line. But yeah, pretty weird day, man. We'll go to you. We'll stop here. Anything you like off the gap down that maybe we haven't talked about yet?
Sorry, I'm just answering Amabio wasting time. He says, give Peter a game. First thing he'll want to do is crash cars and find hookers. You're probably right. I won't argue that. I'll probably be one of those. I'll be hooked, and I'll be doing like the what are you the free diving off of the buildings and all
it's awesome, man. It was good. Yeah. In fact, tonight, no one can do it tonight because the game's not up. When the game's out, me and Peter are going to get PlayStations, and we're going to live stream right here on this channel. We're going to do a Bear Bush Traders gaming channel. Me and Peter and Rents.
Yeah. I'll have to get a new device because I think I'm behind a couple of versions on my PlayStation. So
I
haven't been doing that. All right. Anyways, you're asking me what else I'm watching. Couple of earnings to mention. We already mentioned Target. The other one from last night that we were watching was Palo Alto Networks. PANW. PANW is the ticker on that. They actually beat their numbers. They sorry, I got distracted by comments again. Pig
I'm sure I'm reading them. They're funny.
Comment. He says art imitating life. No comment. All right. Anyways, Palo Alto Networks. Don't tell my wife. Anyways, they did beat their numbers, but just barely. So not enough to get the market excited. I didn't see them mention anything about guidance, so I'm not sure if I was just missing it or not. But maybe it's because they haven't talked about what their guidance looks like, that they're just sort of sliding a little bit. But anyways, sometimes this has traded well in the past. It doesn't feel like it's in play today. So it is a pretty light day. Like, I think for the whole list, Carlos, everything we've looked at, nothing's really jumped out to say, oh my God, this is like the big active one today. Probably, you're right. I mean, we still have QBTS, which is, no specific news, but it's been in play and it stays in play. So I think that's one we got to watch. But other than that, frankly, everything else is relatively quiet. It seems pretty quiet. Even my good buddy Nvidia, it's trading 3 million shares, but that's sort of the low end of its usual. And if you look at the daily on Nvidia, it's really sort of gone into this flat zone. You were talking about that yesterday. Just look at how low that range is over the last few days. So waiting for it to do something.
Yeah,
it's feel like that kid in the kid from The Incredibles. What you looking for, kid? I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
Yeah. No, it's getting a little bit toppy, and we'll have to see. So I do have Nvidia on here. Let's look at some of our usual suspects. Actually, no. Before we do that, let's go to you guys. We got a couple of. Actually, we're running a little bit behind. Let's see what you guys like this morning. Let's take some tickers, and then we'll head towards our announcements. PLTR this morning, pretty flat, but again, we can watch it today. I mean, there's not really a whole lot that is in play at the moment, and PLTR can be very explosive. So I'm going to add Nvidia to our list here. I'll add PLTR. Thank you for mentioning that one. SMCI also has been making some noise lately. This morning, we're up 1.6, 1.4 million shares traded. I like the pre-market, and actually, although we're only up 1.5, 1.6, the move's been even greater this morning, because look at it down here. It was hanging out previous day close, below the previous day close, and a nice move up in the last hour, 2 hours or so. So I like that one. Let's put it here, SMCI. And what's going on with Apple? Let's take a look at Apple and Amazon. We'll see. Again, quiet, right? Just barely off the previous day close here. I saw a headline that Apple is allowing Fortnite to return to their platform, I guess their OS system. So I don't know if that's the thing.
That's right. They had a big fight.
Yeah, they did. They had issues with their purchasing, buying, licensing, right?
Yeah. So Fortnite
So
didn't want to pay the Apple ransom amount or whatever they charged them to be on the
so
in the store.
yeah.
And anyways, so they banned them. And anyways, yeah. So they're coming back, are they? All right.
Yeah, they're coming. That's why they're coming back. So on the return. So I'm not sure how big that is. Either way, Amazon here. Amazon is down 1.2. I see a little bit of volume this morning, 382. Amazon could be a good one today. I'm gonna put in a secondary. I don't want to put it on the main list just yet. Secondary for now. We can always move it up if we need to. Yeah, Apple was sued. Yeah, I saw that they were sued on that, and I'm not sure. Just opened up a can of worms there. So, CRWV. But I love the way Apple gets sued. It's like, they're eavesdropping on everybody. Which, by the way, that there's a lawsuit on that now, and they sent me an email. Hey, you might be eligible for this lawsuit payout. And it's like, just claim how many devices you have. And I did. It's like, I have, okay, maximum 5 devices. I got plenty of Apple devices. And then once you go, it's like $20 per device. I'm like, all right, let's see if I'm actually even going to get this. But for this entire eavesdropping, it's like, oh, we're going to charge you $500 million. I'm like, what? $500 million from Apple is nothing. Like, you're not gonna change them from doing this again in the future. They're gonna pay that every time. They probably make more in the ad revenue for the last couple of years, eavesdropping on people, right? So it just doesn't make any sense. Like, make them hurt, give them pain, man.
Carlos, I mean, that's the way it's always worked, hasn't it? Right? You get these companies that, like they dump chemicals into the river, and then they made $8 billion off of it and face $100 million fine. And you're like, well, yeah, sounds worth it, I guess.
You gotta start throwing people in jail. Once you start throwing people in jail, then things would change. But if you don't throw nobody in jail, it's gonna keep happening. All right, let's see here. I think we'll stop here, friends. Again, not a whole lot going on. Pretty quiet day today. But I'm sure once that bell rings, the volume comes in, we'll find something to trade. It just might require us to be a little bit more patient, wait a couple of minutes before we get going here. Guys, you can always head to bearwithtraders.com. If you click on the webinars at the top here, you're going to get a list of everything that's taken place for the last 2 days. Today, the next 2 weeks, excuse me. Today is Wednesday, so we'll focus on what's happening today.
What? Oh, sorry, that's my cue. Yeah, I know. I'm just not on the game. I was doing IPO stuff. Anyways, all right. Wednesday, Psychology Wednesday. Apparently, we need some psychology here. Carlos and I need to get focused and put our brains back on track. And maybe tonight's webinar will help. Or not? What's happening? It says no presenter available. Andrew, help me out. What's
Let's see.
I mean, Mike out there. What's going on? Anyways, I meant Mike. Anyways,
there'll be something happening tonight for sure. Yeah, something happening.
Look, we have a webinar at 8 o'clock. I can't tell you what's happening. We got a title. Why can't you listen? Sounds like it's a counseling, marriage counseling. But anyways, look, there will be a webinar 8 o'clock in the webinar room for all of our elite members. Look, it's a mystery webinar. It's good for your psychology, keeps you on your toes. But hopefully, it should be interesting. Join just for the mystery of it. During the day, we do have 2 different sessions for you to take advantage of. If you're an elite member, at 11 a.m. you can go do a live trading session with Avi in the webinar room, followed immediately by Vanessa at noon, who's going to talk about futures as she likes to do. Chip says, yes, it's Dr. Charlotte. Thanks, Chip. I guess Chip's on the ball where we are not. So there you go. Dr. Vanessa Charlotte will be doing 2 things today, one at noon and then one at 8 o'clock tonight. So those are our webinars for today. If you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, a lot more than the webinars. We've got a whole library of activity, of training and lessons that you can take advantage of. Plus, of course, we got our live trading throughout the day. We've got all the help and support you get, not only from our members, but from all the moderators. We're always here to answer your questions and provide support. Hopefully you consider joining. We've got lots of different membership options, from the intro right through to the elite annual. Take advantage of the one that makes sense for you, and hopefully we'll see you soon. If you're out there on YouTube, we love you and appreciate you being here. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the growth of the channel, and it makes Carlos and I feel warm and fuzzy. So thank you for that. Carlos, why don't we set some levels? I will let everybody know then what our moderators are watching, and we're going to go to our live trading, both on YouTube and in the chat room.
Yep, 100%. It's funny. I'm looking at this price here, man. I'm just looking at the membership, and again, incredible. The value you're going to get is absolutely out of this world. But we're giving. Is this what we're giving away today? Is this what we give away? This annual membership here with
You
all of
bet.
this? We need to revisit this. This is too much. We got to
Too,
talk to Andrew.
too
This is
much.
too much. Every week. Just kidding, guys. Membership day today. I think it might be cheaper to send out laptops. It's just a hassle to deliver them. But man, this is an incredible volume, friends. To get to join that giveaway, worth $2,388. Right? Just think about that. You guys subscribe, hit the like button,
Well, that's the
comment
price.
in the chat.
It's worth.
That's
It's priceless.
the yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, my goodness. All right. Shout out to Andrew for doing that. That's all him there. So that is a way to give back to the community. I'm not saying that just because he's on. I would have said it either way. But man, that is it's shocking once you look at the number like that. Right. All right. Let's take a look here. Let's do levels. Not a whole lot going on. QBTS, NVIDIA, POTR, SMCI. And hopefully things will get better as we go. We still haven't looked at it like a AMD. We didn't look at Tesla. We'll look at that after we're done here. Let's take a look. QBTS, been hot for the last couple of days. Traded well for a lot of us yesterday. Andrew himself and you guys as well. You guys commented. You did very good on that one. High of the pre-market, 1945. The low is 1690. So we'll slam a level here, 1690, just right above the previous day close. And then as far as levels towards the bottom, you don't really got to add anything. I mean, you got the ladders here, right? Highs and lows for the last two trading days, doing a great job. Previous day close right on there as well. And I believe this blows past the high we had a couple of months ago, right? That we saw those spikes. And I think we're sitting at all-time highs. So it makes this really, really interesting. There's no levels up there, guys. We're going to go psychological levels when it comes to QBTS. So look out for those whole dollar numbers. And again, all eyes on the price action when it comes to this one. So there it is on QBTS. We're looking at NVIDIA next towards the top. You have, again, the range we've been stuck in over the last couple of days. Still a good range. Still some good opportunities. They're just not, they're just not as great as when the thing is trading in one direction. So towards the bottom, 131.19 is the level on the daily. The highs and lows are pretty much set. Given the last two trading days, you can mark the high of the pre-market at 134. We'll slam one there. Once you do that, you're pretty much set on NVIDIA. Don't got to add anything else. Same thing with PLTR, pulling back a little bit here from the recent highs. Good support area here on the low of the pre-market is being marked for you as well. Towards the bottom, we're just going to pick off a couple of levels to be ready in case it does sell off. We have 121.28, and then down here we do have 116. It'll be a stretch to get down there, but 121.28 looks really good. Last but not least on my list is SMCI. Towards the top, plenty of levels. You can see that here on the daily highs and lows for the last two trading days. Just slightly above the previous day close here. We're up 1.2 on this thing. Good volume, 1.5 million. So I like that there. Low of the pre-market, 42.24. And then towards the bottom, in case we do drop, we have 41.41, a little bit higher there when it comes to SMCI. So again, 4 tickers today. Not much on the secondary list, United and Amazon. And we'll see how the market opens. Looking forward to it. Peter, what is the team watching?
We haven't talked about CoreWeave today.
You know what? We brought it up and we went sideways on other comments. I went sideways on other comments. Yeah,
that's probably my fault too. CRWV, yeah, not doing a lot so far this morning, but had another good day yesterday. It actually traded well, not right at the open, but a little bit after the open. It sort of picked up and had some decent trading. So it's another one that sort of has jumped up into the list, and it's maybe a short-term friend. We'll see how long it lasts, but the last few days have been good.
Yeah, I like it. Put it on the secondary for now, and we'll see where it goes.
All right, let's take a look at what our moderators are watching right before we get ready for our live trading in about 6 minutes here. Lenny's in with his list watching. It's shorter than usual, so I can tell you that it might be a little bit of a lighter day. He's going to be watching AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, PANW, UNH, and, of course, QBTS. Thor's watching his futures contracts. Avi's watching the SPY and his usuals. Jared is watching QBTS. CoreWeave, there you go, CRWV. ASST, it's going to take a risk on the low float. Also watching RGTI, Rigetti Spaghetti, and IonQ. Andrew's in with his list watching QBTS, UNH, PANW, and ASST. He reminds you it is a low float, so be mindful of your size. Andrew, follow your own advice on that. Absolutely. He's also going to keep an eye on NVIDIA, AMD, PLTR, and Tesla. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, PLTR, ASST, NVIDIA, and of course the market indices. I've got a couple of IPOs that may or may not open. This awful OFAL, probably they're trying to, it's been on the list for like 5 days. It's supposed to have opened last week. They're probably trying to find a new name because their current name is awful. Pun intended. All right. Anyways, Phil is going to be watching NVIDIA, Tesla, TGT, PLTR, and Eamon has got a potential short on American Airlines, AAL, which is interesting. We'll see if that pans out for him. Whatever you're watching, make sure you trade smart. You may have heard my alarm. That means we're less than 5 minutes away from the open. So let's hand it over to Andrew and Brian in the chat room, and Carlos and I will continue with you guys on YouTube. Trade smart, everybody. Let's go.
All right, take care, guys. See Andrew logging in. We'll hop off, and we'll see you guys in a bit. All right, friends, over on YouTube, we'll continue here. Peter and I are going to get set up with our charts. I'm going to mute Andrew here. And
wow, I'm looking at things like Apple and Microsoft. Super low volume this morning. Just really, really low. So we'll see what happens here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a interesting open. I don't know.
I don't know what to expect.
Yeah,
I
right. I don't know what to
usually
expect.
like these days. Not for open trading, but for later in the day, that often leads to some good opportunities for me. So
yeah.
I am keeping an eye on Target here. Just I don't know. I feel like I'm a glutton for punishment when these. Remember, it's like when Home Depot came out, for example. It's always these ones that I don't know. I keep hoping that they're going to do something interesting.
Yeah.
We'll see if it does. I don't know.
All right. Let's see here.
Target's way down.
All right, QBTS. Let me just prepare my list. NVIDIA, PLTR, SMCI, and then a secondary list U and H. All right, friends, we're just getting ready for the market open, setting up our watch list. We changed to the 5 minute and the 1 minute. And yeah, let's get ready to rock and roll here.
Apparently not. PLTR should be right there. I'm going to put qubits.
QBTS losing some ground here from the pre-market highs. John, yes. I actually have it. I downloaded it, and I just gotta upload it and send it to you guys. So I gave you guys already the DAS layout, my configuration. So you have that, and I do have the hotkeys. But it's been so busy, man. First couple of days of weeks of boot camp are tough. Yesterday we went 2 hours, man. We had some great conversation, and I didn't even notice we went 2 hours until I looked up. I'm like, we've been on this for 2 hours on my meeting.
That's always a good thing.
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
So understand there's a bond auction. Let's see.
What?
I don't see that. Well, there's a bond auction at 1 o'clock. 20-year U.S. bonds. I don't think that's going to have much of a market impact. In the chat room, somebody was just mentioning there's a bond auction today. There is. You normally pay a lot of attention to that because the market doesn't react to it. I mean, but there is a sale of 20-year bonds happening at 1 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay.
So 20-year bonds at 4.8% is the expected yield on those. Well.
All right.
Nope. All right. There we go. There's my 1 minute alarm. So we are now into.
All right. Let's get ready.
Get ready. I don't have anything targeted other than Target. Maybe Target if it makes a big spike up right at the open and then I see weakness, it might be good for a short. I just I don't know. I'm a little apprehensive about Target because it's one of those that can sometimes move in unexpected directions. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and it is a New York Stock Exchange stock. So also make sure you wait for the volume, right? Got to wait for that volume to come in, so, which might not happen right at 8:30. Sometimes it's a little late. Carlos, you watching anything specific? Well, you always wait 3 minutes, anyways, right? So
Yeah, yeah. Wait 3 minutes before we take any trades, and let's see. Oh, I'll send the bell there, and
there we
let's
go.
rock and roll.
It's the opening bell.
Let's see what we got going on here. All right, friends. Let's see what the action is. Andrew looking at QBTS as well, because this was really hot for us yesterday. Let's see if we're going to get a second play on it. But, man, giving a lot back. This thing was up almost, I think, 10% at least, or at least 8%. And it's giving at least half of that back. NVIDIA, good volume, taking off here. Almost up 80, 70 cents from the open. So good. Let's see here.
Tesla dropped, went red. So here we've got. See, this is where Target makes me nervous, right? It's. I would rather if it got a good pop higher. Before the drop, but I'm afraid that may have been the only pop we get. But I don't want to chase this thing.
Yeah.
It definitely has the ability to pop unexpectedly on you.
It's the low flow of the day today. This thing is moving up 30%. Let's see if it's gonna hold here. Again, I'm entertainment purposes only. I don't trade stocks like this one, so be careful.
Wow, yeah, NVIDIA.
PLTR. See, we almost had nothing, and now it's like, so a few things moving pretty good, at least to start, right? Still early, but we're getting something. I'm going to add Tesla to my list. Forgot to do that.
PLTR went green. Still waiting for still waiting to see if we get bigger volume on Target here to really sort of signal a direction. I don't know is that all we're going to get, the 500,000 shares on the opening minute.
Yeah,
Target's now up to the VWAP, which would have been the area I'd be looking for it to have gone to take a reversal short. However, I don't like the way the volumes come in, so this could unfortunately just go higher. So it's not doesn't meet my criteria.
Yeah. SMCI a little messy, but within that mess, you're seeing a lot of buying pressure in the last couple of candles, right? You see how it just keep getting pushed back up. So if that can hold, that can be interesting, actually. That could shape out to be a good 5-minute ORB on SMCI. Let's see what it does here. UNH, yeah, UNH breaking out.
You guys know when I didn't have time to change or take a shower after my run this morning, so I'm still wearing the shirt I was running. And man, it was cold again today out there running. But
it's cold.
When all the sweat starts to dry and you get itchy, I need my back scratcher.
Yeah. Let's see here at PLTR. PLTR, thing of beauty. XBEV. Look at Andrew's looking at XBEV. He did not take a trade yet, but XBEV is actually moving pretty nice. Pretty nice.
XBEV, really? Let's take a look.
Yeah, it's doing something. PLTR. Okay, we're past the 3-minute mark. I didn't see anything I like here so far. Tesla staying at the VWAP could be interesting for a VWAP for a 5-minute RB. Looks like it wants to break out higher. I do like that. I like the 5-minute setup as well. If we can get a pullback. Yeah, PLTR is. Yeah, man, PLTR is nice. Tesla could be good, guys. I like Tesla. Let's see. Let's see what Tesla is going to bring to the table here.
See, Target, yeah, Target did get a little bit of a drop. It's back to its open price from the 93 high it set. It's a shame that it just didn't get some nice volume profile, because that would have been a move I could have taken advantage of. But
yeah.
oh well.
All right, here's the 5-minute mark on Tesla.
$2.
If we go long, what would the stop be? 344. Actually, you got to use the previous day close. Might as well on Tesla. It's hard to read the price action. Very jumpy price action on Tesla here, so it's hard to read who's taking control here, buyers or sellers. But looks messy, man. Like, oh yeah, it's trading so bad. I'm glad I didn't jump in that thing. That thing is just, it's not trading well. SMCI.
Wow, Andrew's gone short QBTS.
Yes, I saw that, man. Right at 17, added on the pullback, and he's partially into the previous day close. Beautiful. So he traded long yesterday, short today. Making money both ways, man. It's a beautiful thing. PLTR, Tesla. I like Tesla where it's at, because right here, and it's so close to the previous day close. I usually get great risk to reward, but there's not there's no decision on what he wants to do yet.
No.
QBTS rug pull could be, man. We're definitely seeing some selling here. I mean, it's at all-time high, so to push higher than that, you gotta have some juice. Ooh, Amazon, guys. Amazon. Okay, I'm gonna go short Amazon here. Let's see. I like this for a 5-minute ORB breakdown, especially on the 5-minute. I love this. I missed it. I missed it big time here, but I do love this selling pressure we have. Let's see if we can get lower on this one. I'm gonna go to the daily. What's our next level on Amazon? We'll have to go. Let's see if we can drop. I like the 1 minute too. Like the way it's set up there is pretty clean. I wish I would have been watching it earlier. All right, so 198.31. I'm just looking at the daily here, guys, picking off some levels, and then I also have 195.27. Let's see if we can pull off here. All right, so short Amazon for a 5-minute ORB breakdown.
Carlos is feeling short today. All right,
feeling red. I'm in your side of this stuff, man.
Yeah,
I know you like to trade short. Let's see if we can get we'll love a nice flush here if we can get it. Get us away from our entry. Let's see. Stop loss on this above the VFs is like $1. I'm surprised how little Amazon moves, or is it just me?
No, it usually doesn't move all that well in my opinion, but so I'm not surprised you're stuck here a little bit on it.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
I feel like I missed an opportunity on Target, but
yeah, like that drop on UNH will be like $3. So let's see if we can get going here. All right, so we're there. Andrew looking at Tesla. XBEF took off. You went long Amazon. Rogelio, let's see how we make out here. Let me get down to 198. I'll get out, and then you can bounce, and all yours, man. Hit all-time highs if you want to. Let's just get down to 198 first, and then I'll get out. In fact, I might even go long with you, help you out. Let's see what happens. All right, that's Amazon, UNH. week. Tesla just still wrapping itself around the VWAP. I don't see anything excellent here. QBTS lost a lot of ground today. What's up? Pretty nice. Lost some ground. Long SMCI. Wow. A lot of people
ASST people were watching. Hasn't done anything on the open, so it looks like all the fun was pre-market. Which sometimes happens on these low floats.
Yeah, not much happening.
Quite often. It might pick up later, right? It can go again, but
it is just so unpredictable, man. Like we look for these strategies, we look for these price action. Here is just you're gambling. I mean, maybe I'm just saying that because I don't know how to trade low floats, and maybe somebody else that does know how to trade is like, no, you do this, you do that, right? So, to be fair enough.
Yeah. The PLTR back at VWAP here. It's a little uncertain as to what it's going to do next.
Lost some ground. SMCI. A lot of you guys went long SMCI. What did you guys like on it? Just for, again, learning purposes, not questioning. Like, what was the strategy you guys were looking at?
I don't like
on SMCI. Market is starting off a little ugly, and you're starting to see that in some of these tickers here. They're starting to just kind of not really move a whole lot. Tesla is ugly. It is so bad. So careful, guys. This could be a day where we have to just kind of wait. SMCI looks like it wants to take off. I just don't have a strategy on it. 5-minute RB, a break in the pull off the pull. Oh yeah, I see that, the 5-minute RB. Yeah, wow, good job, guys. SMCI, good job. I'm here in Amazon. I might get out of Amazon if the SPY picks a direction. Just got in and there's nothing happening. 200 on Amazon support or break point. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing here. It's just kind of like right in the middle of or right above that support area. So, but I'm just surprised. I thought it moved more. Like this was literally like only like 20 cents. Like I thought it was gonna be like at least 75, 80 cents, but it doesn't move that much. Or maybe just today. So we'll see. We'll see if it holds here. You know what? I'm getting spoiled with some of these stocks that are moving $2, $3. We're getting spoiled. Hood. Going green. Good move on Hood there. So that's nice. Amazon. Yeah, I'm going to probably stop out on Amazon. There's no point in waiting to see if it's going to get to the VWAP. SPY is pushing higher. Yeah, I'm definitely getting out of Amazon. I don't want to be in that because the SPY is going green. So let's not look at that. Nvidia. Yeah, how about Tesla?
Tesla's still ugly.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of Romo on
which one?
Target. I had the call. I had the level.
Long on this one, Peter?
No. See, for me, it would have been a short around 93. I said it was the volume profile I didn't like. When I was talking about it, remember I told you about my premise, right? If it moved up to a level and then showed weakness, I saw it. The problem is it pushed just above VWAP, and then it didn't get I needed another volume spike. If it got a volume spike there, and then I saw the weakness, I would have taken it short around 93, but it didn't, and I waited, and that was the best move of the day. It went $2, like in 2 minutes. So it would have been a lovely move because I would have had about a 20-30 cent stop on that if I got a good entry. And
I just hearing you describe it, I'm getting FOMO. or Romo, whatever it is.
Again, it's one of those where it used to be uncontrollable, that regret that I had. Now I'm like, it really didn't have the signals, which is,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
have to acknowledge it didn't meet enough of my criteria. So I can't be too mad at myself. But
Core Weave
anyway,
is just again, guys, up
Google,
six
wow, yeah,
percent.
Google's had a good upward move. Google and Meta both have moved up here this morning.
Man, we looked at the wrong stocks today, and it happens. Hey, listen, we having a great week. It happens. We had the wrong stocks today, man. Look, if you look at CoreWeave as well, um, Peter, look at CoreWeave. That
Yeah.
is
Oh yeah. I got it
up
on this
$5,
screen
and I'm here messing around with Amazon, which actually could be a good long if it gets above the VWAP, and we get our move. Could be a good long. We got to wait and see. SMCI, PLTR, Nvidia, QBTS. It's just quiet. What's not
here.
quiet, guys,
Well,
is going to be at 10:30 a giveaway membership. Hit that thumbs up to
oh
be
yeah.
eligible for the giveaway. Annual membership, not a month, not 6 months, a whole year, 12 months, 365 days of a membership. So
Go.
hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and that puts you into the drawing. Comment and chat, and you're all good and set to go. So yeah. PLTR. Peter, you were starting to share something?
No,
No. Okay.
I don't think so. Not
Uh,
intentionally.
Tesla's calling me, man. It's like, get in here, Carlos. We're going long, but I just don't trust it. And it will be a 5-minute ORB breakout. That's what I'm looking at for Tesla. But it's messy.
Yeah. Well, Tesla's pretty ugly this morning. Even Nvidia's not looking all that great.
Yeah, it's Amazon could be a long. I like it here above the V. Let's see if we get our move.
No, it's still hanging out below VWAP for now. So
No,
it's
yeah, we
weird.
got to get the breakout, the retest.
There
There's
you
the
go.
breakout. Maybe we get the
Get there.
retest, and we'll see if we can take it long. Um. Oh yeah, meant to look at AMD. I know you guys mentioned AMD. Yes, a couple of stuff. Again, sometimes if there's any luck in trading, which there's not, right? You got to work hard. You got to know your stuff. You got to put in the work. Is what tickers you decide to watch. Like that could be where the luck can come in. Like today, my
Yeah.
tickers are not great compared to not compared to the stuff I decided to trade, right? Uh, so, but yeah, like Meta, Google, AMD is not on my list. All these stocks traded very
And
well.
I can say related to that, these are the tough days, like Carlos, like you're saying. Like sometimes you end up watching the wrong thing, and then you can see other tickers that are moving, and you're like, oh, geez, if only I've been watching that, there would have been this or that
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah,
Maybe you don't know for sure, right? Would you have traded it well? Would you have taken advantage of that opportunity? I mean, it's good to theoretically say that you would have, but who knows?
yeah,
What
yeah,
I would encourage though is don't use that as an excuse to start chasing butterflies, as I call it, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
still continue to pick stocks, continue to, like you got to pick a lane. And yes, for every
Yeah,
door opened, there's a dozen that you were unopened that you're unable to watch. But if you spend every day bopping between all sorts of different stocks and tickers, you're likely to miss every move, right? Our experience tells us that as frustrating as on a day like this where you're watching the wrong thing, if you try and watch everything, you end up watching nothing. I know that sounds a little zen, but the reality is that's what happens. So you're still better off in the long run. Pick your targets. Yeah, try and get
yeah,
better at picking the right targets, right? We try and learn every day which ones, that's why we do the pre-market show, right? Which ones do we think have the highest likelihood of creating a move? And, you don't always get it right. That's just the reality of trading. On
yeah,
low
yeah,
volume days like this, it's actually harder to pick the targets because you never know which ones are going to move. When you get high volume, very active days, I would say, Carlos, right? Usually we have a better hit rate because, well, first off, more things are moving, but also you can sort of see, right? Pre-market, there's lots of enthusiasm, lots of volume, like it's in play. And those are the easier days, at least to pick the target. Not easier to trade necessarily, but to be watching the right thing. And
yeah,
going in on a
yeah,
day like today, you're just going to have a little more trouble. So, my encouragement to everybody would be don't use this day to say, okay, you know what, tomorrow I'm just going to watch everything because you're likely to then just move
Yeah,
or
yeah.
sorry,
Keep the
miss the
process.
things you
Yeah,
really want to watch. So
yeah. Less is more. Less is more.
less is
Um,
more.
what is more is this tray that Andrew has here. My goodness, he went long Nvidia. Share his
NVIDIA.
trade here. He is and he traded Nvidia using NVDL, which is
Right.
a ETF, and you can see here just beautiful breakout, man. Entry added here, and guys, this is our chat room, by the way. For those that don't know, you can get this live. Head over to bearwithtraders.com and partial here above the previous day close, partial, and he is doing very good there. Very good, very good. So yeah, great stuff. Awesome trade. We'll see what else we can get here. Nvidia, nice. QBTS went sideways, didn't really do much after that. Core Weave 97. Man, why do I have this on my secondary list? Look at this thing go. And it's a great 5-minute ORB too. Good pullback, took off.
Hey, don't don't hurt yourself worrying about it.
No, I'm not.
Sometimes
No,
it
you're
happens.
right. You're right. I am not gonna pay attention to it at all.
Google's had a big move up. So is Meta off the open. So interesting on that. No sign of that pre-market, I would say, but they had solid moves. Whereas, look at Tesla, like one of our typical go-tos, just horrible, just
today, man.
ugly.
And I'm
Yeah,
watching it closely
absolutely.
because I want to break out on this trend. I think we're gonna get it, so I'm watching it. But it is so bad. Wow.
Yeah, it is. It is not good.
Yeah. And then, like I said, Google's just awesome today. Look at that go. Meta. Target hitting higher here, Peter. Above the VWAP.
Yeah.
I think Amazon is a long. I want to go long Amazon. But I'm not sure. So I won't take it because I'm not sure. Let's see here. More partials on Andrew. He's well above the previous day close now. So very nice trading there.
Yep. Yeah, he's getting the move as Andrew.
Yeah, it's a beautiful move. Beautiful move. 412 likes. Awesome, guys. Hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, keep hitting it, especially if you
500.
want to participate in the giveaway.
Yeah, that's important because if you notice when Andrew brings up his little thing, it says participants, and we'll have like 1,000 viewers and only 700 people are in the drawing. That means those other people did not do something. They didn't comment, or they didn't hit the like button, or they didn't subscribe. Don't miss out just because you forgot to do one of the three.
Right. So remind them, what do you need to do?
Yeah.
You need to be a subscriber. You need to hit the like button and put a comment. It's important to put a comment, even if you just say, hello, Carlos, because that shows us that you're active and you're not a bot. So
exactly. That is what we need. ASST, big drop and halted. Just saw it go red here on ASST. So dropped off here at the moment. Still up 12% looks like. All right, let's see here. Wow, Amazon Google here is just taking off. Amazon coming back. Tesla just horrible. SMCI nothing. PLTR just.
Oh, Carlos, don't look at CoreWeave.
Oh yeah, this thing is just gone, man. It's gonna hit 100. it's gonna hit 100.
Like telling Carlos not to think of pink elephants. There you go. It's 98 now. Look at that.
Yes,
it's
just on fire. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't see anything I like. Tesla actually back to the VWAP. To the previous day close. So losing the VWAP here.
And look at the Amazon that you were looking at, Carlos. It made a little bit of a spike up. It's
popped up, but again, the trading on this thing is just interesting. All right, Tesla. Wow, Tesla really breaking down here. So we're starting to see that now.
Mm-hmm.
Things are starting to turn here a little bit. Any news? Anything happening? Let's go, UNH. Hello, Master. Welcome, guys. Sharon, hello, hello. Baba dropping with high volume. Let's take a look. You guys are active in chat today. Love it. Yes. Good drop on Baba here over the last couple of minutes, so that's good. UNH. But it's tough, man. Like I was looking at it earlier on my other chart here, and it's the spread on it at times is actually pretty good now, 20-30 cents, but then it'll jump from like 20-30 cents to 70. And I know it's a $300 stock, you could take less shares. I just don't like when you have that, how the price action looks, right? It's not ideal for me. But yeah. Amazon, I like Amazon possibly here for a long. I'm gonna go Amazon long, friends. Stop loss 207, 200 if I could speak today, 265. Like,
we've been having struggles all day, Carlos.
I know what happened here. Here's with me at least. Look at this trading tape, guy. Watch we're gonna show you something right now. Let me give you a little gif here. There you go. Bye. Little gif. Oh, oops! I blocked the wrong person. I'm not a bot. On high person. I blocked the wrong person. Sorry, I meant to block you, friend. Here we go. Make sure it's the right person. It shifted and I blocked the wrong person by mistake. All right, that's a good way to get yourself blocked. All right, long Amazon. Let's see if we can hold here. As the bots try to take over the chat.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we do
I
our
did
best
see FC. I saw that. Yeah,
those out of the way there.
Yep. See if anybody else. No, I think it was just that one individual. So he's out. Yep. Bye. Okay, awesome. Right, very good. All right, let's see if Amazon can hold. What else we got going on?
Yeah, I don't love the look of Amazon. I hate to tell you, but
yeah, it looks messy, man. Now that especially if we hang around here below the VWAP, it looks messy. I would like to get to the high of the day, but it doesn't look good.
It looked better when you entered, but it's looking a little sketchy now.
Let's see what it does. And then UNH, Google, Tesla, even with the breakdown here, it comes right back up to the VWAP and does nothing. SMCI, nothing. PLTR, NVIDIA. Oh yeah, so this was going on with me today for sure, and you could tell even with the words, even speaking. My son woke up at 2 a.m. last night. He had a nightmare, so he's screaming out of his lungs. Oh my goodness, Amazon. We're gonna get out of this. Screaming out of his lungs, man. Daddy. I was just like, what the heck? So I woke up in a way I was like a little bit concerned what's going on. And I go over there. Oh, I just had a nightmare. I'm like, okay. And after that, man, I just couldn't sleep. Then he came. He's like, can I go to your bed? Yeah, you come to our bed, sweetie. And he has me. I have a king size bed. He has me against the corner of the edge, and he's like just right next to me. So I'm like, dude, mommy's like all the way on the other zip code. Get in the middle. You have your entire bed to yourself. So it was very, very uncomfortable, and I just couldn't fall back to sleep. It was a very rough night. And I'm feeling it today. I feel the slowness, the fogness, and even in the speech, if you compare it to yesterday, how easy the words were coming out. Today it's like stumbling and mumbling, like, what's going on? And you see it in my trading. My trading is dookie today. It's not good.
Dookie.
Yeah.
Dookie, man.
Time for a nap, says Ben. Absolutely.
You
Yeah, I'm
know
gonna
what?
hop out
And
of
but
yeah.
that's a great observation, Carlos. That like there are days where you got to keep that into account. What happened last night? You didn't get a good night's sleep. That'll throw you off your
Yeah,
game.
it does, man. It really does.
Now, I don't have young kids, so I don't have that excuse. So why am I like having problems? I have no idea. I don't have any of that. So whatever. But
Uh-huh. You were so eloquent yesterday. Yeah, it was good. I had sleep. Sleep is everything. I'm telling you. And coffee and espressos are not gonna do it. You have to get sleep. No, I have 3 kids, not 4, not 4 or 5. No, no, no. I have 3. 3 is good. 3 is good. Um, but sleep is crucial, man. It's crucial. Membership, yes, membership. Nvidia, you piece of. What is going on here? I mean,
yeah,
Nvidia. Sorry, Amazon.
yeah, Amazon. I mean, sorry, yes, yeah. It's not playing nice with you.
It is not playing nice with me today. All right, let's see. That was a nice pop to the view up in short. I won't touch it again though. It's playing on my heart. Amazon here. Paris Paris will be on today. We did test his setup. So he will be on later at 11. The last 2 days he has to miss due to travels, but he will be on today. In fact, let me text him because I know he's traveling, so things can come up. He's traveling in Vancouver actually.
Oh. Yeah. Wow, Google still going higher. Nvidia dropped the VWAP here, so I was looking for news. I don't see any news, guys. I don't know the market. Well, I guess that's why it's not doing much.
Yep. Tesla. Okay, I'm going scalp on Tesla. Look at the SPY, big pop.
Wow.
But no, let me not be impulsive, man. Let me just chill, relax. Today's not my day. Let me just take it easy. But if the market has some positive news, any data coming out at 10? I mean, now, Peter, at all? We didn't have anything, right?
We don't have
No?
any. There's no targeted news coming out at any time today. So
yep.
But it's usually 10 o'clock it would be a good guess, right? Because that would be the news moment. So unless there's something unscheduled, there's nothing planned, and I don't see.
Man, look at
see any.
Let's go.
See anything?
Yeah. It looks like the market's just had this spike in volume. Yeah, there's nothing happening here. This is Amazon is ugly, Tesla's ugly, SMCI, and I really haven't seen anything great for my setup. So my couple of trades on Amazon really haven't been great. No, actually, I take that back. This was a great trade. This was a really good 5-minute RB breakdown. But this one, no, I'm sorry. This one here, it's not that great. Could have been better. But I don't see anything good. What do you guys do? Are you guys in any trades? How are you guys doing? You guys found anything that you like? Are you in something? Yeah, DEF. Again, my entire list is too many that are just nasty today. They're not great. GPUX, GPUS. Oh yeah, see that? Halted and taken off. Nice. This one got halted too. The other low flow that we had, ASST, got halted here, and then just trying to do some stuff now as well. Let's see here. Watching Amazon to go short. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not in sync with Amazon right now, so I wouldn't touch it anymore.
Yeah.
But if I did, short looks good.
Hard to figure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard to figure. I don't know.
Thoughts on QBTS? There's nothing happening here, brother. I mean, this thing is just bad. I mean, it's sideways. Like it can really go anywhere. Look at the bigger time frame too. This is chop as well, man. There's just nothing happening right now. So yeah, I have no strategy here whatsoever on QBTS at the moment. Nvidia pulling back, POTR above VWAP. What's GOOG? Oh, with Google, of course, yeah. Yeah, Google,
See,
Meta.
Carlos?
I'm off today, man. I ain't
Yeah, I
gonna lie.
know. You can just tell.
Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, Google, I think, was it Meta too? Meta, AMD for the most part. These stocks are just flying. How about Microsoft? What about the rest of the Max 7s? Microsoft, ugly. What else we have here? I think those are it, right?
Google has really just been running.
So yeah, SMCI. Tesla's gonna give you this beautiful break. I'm not saying this now. I'm not saying when, but Tesla is just winding itself like up here.
Exactly.
Right? It's just winding, and then boof, you're gonna get like this explosion. But I'm not saying it's gonna happen now. Resistance here, so you gotta push through that. But it just has that look, man. Well, maybe it is gonna happen now.
Hey guys, we told you about CoreWeave, CRWV. Let's see if it can do 100.
Oh. Let's go. What a day, guys. This is a great day. I'm having a rough day, but this is a great day. A lot of really good moves. You just have to be looking at them, right? I mean, this CoreWeave, this POTR at the start, Google. I mean, so much happening here.
I think there's a couple of good moves. I would say overall it hasn't been a blockbuster, but
well, not a blockbuster, but there's some good moves, Peter. I mean, this morning we just haven't been watching them. We just haven't been on that side of the court. But yeah, man, there's been some really explosive moves, and yeah, we'll see.
Nvidia coming back to VWAP here. It's on the red side.
Nvidia, yeah, slowing down here a little bit. My dear Google, thank you so much. Nice. Love that, man. That tells me a lot. Tells me you've been in this since the beginning of the day. So good for you. Good. Let's see. So POTR, SMCI. SMCI did our move, right? We got the VWAP breakdown, the retest here. So entry would have been on this candle for a short. Stop loss 43.80. Then hopefully low of the day at least. Let's see if that works out. Apple joining the party now. So I haven't looked at Apple.
Apple.
Yeah, getting a little break
Carlos,
here.
Look, you called Tesla.
I knew it, man. I knew it. It was just winding up, and there it is. $3 move. $2 move already on this thing. Hopefully, you guys took it. I'm off my game today, which is okay. We'll be back tomorrow. But yeah, Tesla is. Look at that breakout. Beautiful thing. Ben, you got it? Good. HR, you got it? Who got Tesla, guys?
Nice. CoreWeave can't quite break 100 yet. I'm watching it to see what it's going to do. Orders are building up. We got 31,000 shares right now sitting right at 100.
Here we go. Andrew short QBTS. I think Andrew's short QBTS.
Yeah, I think breakdown. He is.
Right? Yeah, he's short. Oh man, that's beautiful. Let's see if he can get the continuation.
Yeah, let's see if we can get to a new low of day. He's got to get down below 16, probably 40, maybe 1630 if he's patient before he takes a partial. We'll see what he does.
Yeah.
But I'm still watching Core Weave here to see if he can get over 100. It looks like it's going to try and make another run.
Yeah.
Wow. There's Tesla.
Who isn't in? With me, IG, I'm not in, right? It'd probably be easy to ask who is not in on Tesla. Yeah, I'm not in on Tesla.
So yesterday I got my property tax bill.
Yeah.
The second half of my property tax bill. I don't know what you pay in property taxes, but
too much.
Yeah, my bill. So I was looking at my property taxes. My half year bill is more than the bill was originally when I bought the house. When we bought this house, I was paying about $3,000 a year in property taxes. Now the bill's up over $7,000. Just thinking that seems like a lot, but I mean, I guess it has been 25 years, but still.
Yeah. It is ridiculous here, man. Where I live, it's tax wise, it's North Jersey is just ridiculous, man. We're over 10. We're over 10, 12. It's just stupid. It really is. But that's what happens when you live close to the city and everything else. And it's like you have great, like I get if you pay that much and it was, amazing schools. Schools are great in my town, but overall, they're not like, country's finest, right? So, I'm paying country finest tax. So it's just crazy. So, Yeah, it is. NJS has one of the highest tax rates. It does. North Bergen specifically. So I live in North Bergen County. It's brutal. And part of it is because if you go 2 towns over, you're talking about, multi-million-dollar homes, like 2 towns over, right? So you got that going on, and then they're, that doesn't help you. And so, yeah, it's a madness. SMCI. Love the day. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have anything today. Look at Tesla coming right back. Give you a quick pop and then right back.
Andrew stopped out of QBTS. It did not get the breakdown. I think he just got out of break even. Smart move. Didn't want to risk his earlier profits. So
yeah, he had a monster Nvidia trade. So today's the type of day to protect those profits because these moves are just weird today. Only 2 trades for me, guys, on Amazon. So here long stopped out 40 cents, and then here about another 40 cents as well. So again, not a big loss day, but 2 red trades for me today. So clearly off the game this morning.
And CRWV just could not break 100. Still hasn't done it.
Psychological level. What does the daily look like on this thing? Let's take a look, man. Look at. Actually, there's nothing.
There's not a lot of history here, so yeah.
It's new to the markets, man. This thing is.
Yeah. So basically, we're at all-time highs. Yeah, I mean, there's no levels here because we haven't been here, but yeah, $100, as we know, big psychological level. It's looking like it's trying again.
We're pumping.
I mean, they're going to break it.
Let's go.
The question is, will they break it and will it pop? Like right now, I would guess if it's going to pop, it's either going to pop 20 cents, which means it's going to drop it again very quickly, or it's going to pop 60 cents and keep going. So let's see. That's my prediction.
I think it'll. If it breaks, I think it'll pop even more. Actually, no, it depends because there's really who's short on this thing. There's nobody short on this. There shouldn't be anybody short. Like there's no short interest. Who are you going to squeeze?
Well, yeah, it's hard to borrow. Let's see here. What's the what's the short interest on this? There's got to be somebody's short. Somebody's always short.
Yeah, you think so?
The short interest is at 4.6%. So
yes,
with a 250 million share float, that means there's like there's what is it, 4%? So there's like 8 million, 10 million shares that are short. So
well, good luck to them. Good luck to those people, because this thing is going.
Yeah, they're not too happy over the last couple of days.
Yeah. That is not good. Last 3 days alone, it's been a $30 move. You didn't plan for that.
No.
Let's see here. All right, friends, NVIDIA. Let's see what we got going on. QBTS, MCI, Tesla. Just ugly. Besides Google and some other ones, it's not a whole lot that looks great. Apple's not slowing down. Yeah, that's actually a beautiful breakout.
Yeah, good move on Apple there.
Actually, yeah, that is a nice move. Wow. Fortnite is helping them out. The Fortnite resolution is
maybe
is kicking in. This is pretty good.
Google hit a high, retested.
Yes, we don't calculate that. We look it up. Yeah, correct. Nicholas said you could go like to put the stock ticker, and then you can see the short interest percentage, right? So
yeah,
and I think it's every 14 days that's reported, something like that.
Yeah, it's usually about 2 weeks behind.
Yeah.
Well, again, and Sunitha, that's a percentage of shares, not a percentage of people, right? So for all we know, that short, exactly, could be like one dude who's bet heavy and is losing his shirt or her shirt. But anyways,
yeah, broke 100. I see that, man. It's going. This thing is on fire.
There you go. So, and it made the 60-cent pop. So that was my prediction, and it did actually pop just about 60 cents. So my second part of that prediction is it's going to keep going here, which looks like so far it is.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So that person that's being reported short, he could be actually out of this already, right? Because it's 2 weeks out. So somewhere in this area, maybe he could already be out of this trade. Not showing here. I hope he's out of this trade. Reconsider what's happening here. This thing is going to 105. I mean, it's just that's what's happening, my friend. Yeah. GPUS. What do we have here? Yeah, this thing is also this thing is rocking today as well. Wow. Careful, guys. Careful. I know this looks attractive, but please be careful with this thing. Couple of halts already. This is they're coming off their second halt, which again starts getting a little bit risky. So just be careful if you're trading this thing. Long NVIDIA. Let me take a look. NVIDIA. No, man, I don't like it. I don't see our breakout here. Can you get a pop like we did with Tesla? Yes, but it's going to come out of nowhere, and I don't have a strategy for that. So it's a tough long here because we don't have the strategies. We're not getting our clean plays that we usually get every day, and the ones we got, they did not work out. So yeah. Neo, let's take a look. Neo, friends. Ooh, that's not good. Who's this? Who brought this up? Did they delete? They deleted their message and ran. Who thoughts? Oh, Star the Candy Queen. Love the name. Star the Candy Queen. We
Star
got
the
some
Candy.
pretty good names. So I
Okay.
like that name. Love the name. So no, this is there's just nothing happening here. Miss Candy. I'm gonna assume it's a Miss Candy, but there's nothing really happening here. It's just messy. This is just algo trading. Look at the stack on the level 2. Look at this. This is just there's no movement, right? So for day trading, this is not really day tradable. So yeah, so oh no. Now, if you're swing trading this for some reason, that's a whole different story. But for day trading, this is, I mean, no, it's not worth your risk. It's not moving. Man, how far Neo has fallen from grace, man. This thing used to be our baby. It is just so bad. How to trade Neo? You don't trade it. That's how you trade it. You don't trade it.
It's a hard stock to trade, so
yeah,
you got to be careful with it. All right, so Target getting back up to this level that it had dropped from off the open, 93, and CRWV as predicted. Look at this, it's up now 102. I should have followed my own prediction. Could have taken along.
Wow, that is beautiful to see. That is awesome. Up 13% right now, $11.80 from the close. So again, just an incredible move. All right. Yeah, Andrea, it was a good day depending on what you're watching. You had to watch specific stocks, like CoreWeave, which I had on my secondary. Google, awesome play. Who else we had? We had Nvidia. Nvidia actually at the start did a nice ABCD pattern, did push up. It got a little bit messier later, but it did have a great start and a good 5-minute ORB that I possibly would have taken above the VS. That's another one that was good. Target slowly but surely grinding higher, but not a great start to that. So yeah, there was a few tickets that looked pretty good. IG. That's not the way it works, man. That is not the way it works. He's like, I insist on reviewing our pre-market selection criteria to see if you can catch CoreWeave and Google. Please, if you find a way to catch these tickers every day, let me know. I will pay you for it. So you gotta show me you can do it consistently every day. I will pay you for it. So we'll give you a membership at BBT. I will pay you for it. And I'll bring you on the show so you could run it for a week if you could do it consistently every day. You can't. But I would, if you could find it, let me know. Again, if there's any luck in trading, it's being able to look at the stocks that are going to give you that move. You just can't. Now, this market has been very giving to us. We can't get mad. This market has been very, very lucrative to a lot of you guys. You've been getting some really, really great moves, right? You remember already. So I can't even give you that. I gotta find something else that's worth $2,388.
Oh,
go ahead. What happened, Peter?
What
did you do?
Sorry. Look, I was watching CoreWeave. You know what I like to do, right? I am not afraid to short a strong stock. At 103, I went to go short, and I couldn't figure out why my orders were getting rejected. It's hard to borrow.
So, can't short it, man. Yeah.
No, and it had popped down like almost $1, and I'm like, oh, look at that. See, I would have got a great return on that already.
Yeah. No, I can't short it, man.
Can't do that. So turns out
there's
that
no inventory.
Trade. Didn't drop.
And if you're asking why,
anyways.
If you guys are asking why it's here, there's hard to borrow, right? So it's not that our broker, Interactive Brokers, does not have inventory for short on this thing.
Right. Yeah, it's a good qualification because you could have a different broker or a different system. There are some different trading methods where you could they could allow you to be short.
Yeah. What some people like to do is they'll go do options, but I don't think CoreWeave, given how new it is, has good option opportunities. So you might not see that. But that's another way to do it. Like if you can short it with your broker, if it's a stock that's been around for a while, you could possibly do options with it. But I can imagine that probably doesn't look great for this one. So, but yeah. All right. Membership. Yeah, membership is coming, guys. Andrew will be on at 10:30. We'll see some of his trades that he did here. I know he had the Nvidia one. He had the QBTS show. He had a couple of good trades. So yeah, the Nvidia one was awesome. The QBTS as well, sure. So he'll come on. We'll go over his trades. If you want to see Andrew and Brian trade live, check out the chat, check out the membership. We'll give our membership away for a year today. For you guys, and yeah, lots of fun. QBTS. UNH. Thoughts on swing trading QNTM. Let's take a look. World Tourist EU. It's a quantum ticker. Another quantum ticker. There's so many of these. This one doesn't hit our list a lot because of the volume, but there's so many of these.
I haven't even heard of this one.
QNTM, yeah.
QNTM.
Another
What's this one called? Quantum Biopharma.
Yeah. Now, it does look... Is this quantum, or is it like a pharmaceutical company? No, it's got to be quantum because look at the daily. The daily looks very similar to QBTS. The exact same pops every single... time.
Quantum
Unless somebody
Biopharma.
That's confusing.
Innovative neuro disorder therapies to millions of patients. I don't think they're actually doing quantum. It's not quantum.
So it's getting confused, man. 100%. It has to be.
I think
if you overlay, if you overlay this chart with QBTS, it is the exact same thing. Are people doing that? They're confusing this with a. Look at QBTS. I'll show you.
So this Quantum Biopharma, if I'm looking at their different products, they've got this Lucid MS, which is a patented neuroprotective compound. So it's something that is like an oral treatment you can take that is supposed to prevent myelin degradation, which is the what is it? This is like the end of your DNA sequence. It's supposed to... Anyways. Yeah. And then... their other product is Unbuzzed. Do you remember talking about that? Unbuzzed. This is it's supposed to it's an alcohol detox beverage. You can sort of take it to get undrunk.
Undrunk yourself, which is wild.
This feels like pseudoscience to me. I gotta admit, what they're selling here, I don't know.
Yeah. Ben, I think they are, man. I think there are some people trading this. It doesn't make any sense because it
feels like a scam. It's a Canadian company too. Sketchy, anyways, at best. Yeah. Oh well. Maybe that's just me.
To go back to the question, somebody asked us what we think about swing trading this. I mean, we have no idea when it comes to swing trading. There's so many things that you have to look into. So yeah, it's a tough one because I don't even know the company. I don't know what they do. If it was American Airlines, I'll tell you. But I don't know that company at all. So. Don't know. Nvidia. Let's see here.
Even if I can't trade CoreWeave, I still would have been a good trade setup for what I like to trade. It's a shame. Well,
let's see.
Not a huge move, but.
Wow, GPUS after this halt still continues. Managed to survive, trying to get to 10. 998 is the highest. Low flow stock is on fire today. SMCI, PLTR, Nvidia, QBTS going further down here. Looks like it wants the low of the day. Oh man, Peter, I think you would have hit your CoreWeave would have worked out pretty good here, man.
Oh well, what can you do?
Okay, short it. Okay, you tried.
Nope.
Tried.
Yep, I did try. Order rejected.
No, I'm not. I'm not long. Somebody asked if I'm not long Amazon. I'm not in anything right now. So we went short here for the breakdown. We got out, stopped out. We went long here, and I got out. So, yeah, we're not long on it. We are out of it. Google seems to want to go test the high of the day.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Amazon, I don't know if you can scalp it, man. It's not. It's one you want to sit, put a wide stop, and just kind of see if you can get going. Like this would have been a beautiful breakout here. But for scalping, I prefer stocks to kind of move quicker, to move a little bit quicker, so you can be in and out quickly. Hopefully with a good spread.
You may have heard my alarm go off. That's my 10:30 alarm. So this is normally, if we're going to get a change in market sentiment or a direction set, normally it's about this time that it happens. Very non-directional day, right? Because we started the day short. We're still red on the market indices, but
Yeah,
we've been
yeah,
generally moving higher since the open, but not by much, right? So it's relatively innocuous day. Not much happening.
yeah, yeah. Suman, yes, this is my screen you're watching. So this here is my actual platform screen, and we switch between the 1 minute and the 5 minute. That is what I actually look to take trades. So that's what you're looking at. And if you were in the chat room, you'll be looking at Andrew's screen. Brian has his bookmark up, so that's what you'll be looking at if you were in the chat. So you can see our entries and exits. You can see if you've been here quite a bit, you know how we roll with the commentary and just kind of
You
going
know
through
how we
things.
roll.
Know how we roll, yes. So
All right,
good
good morning, everybody.
morning, Andrew. How you doing today?
Oh, Andrew, good morning.
I am good, sir. How are you doing?
Good, man. Good.
Fantastic.
Not the
Looks
greatest
like
day
you
today
had
for us, but we're doing good.
No, it wasn't the greatest day. Just, it was really bothering us today. It bothered me. I'm long NVIDIA a little bit. See if you can actually, NVIDIA
oh,
can go red to green. But I
yeah,
am green
nice.
today. I had a good short on QBTS at the open, thanks to one of our members who called it out. And
Yeah.
uh, then NVIDIA will try to, get this breakout on it, and we did. This is the third trade that I'm doing on NVDL, but it's not a super exciting day.
No, it's not a great one. I mean, there are opportunities, but you had to be watching the right thing
Yeah.
at the right
Carlos, can
time.
you share also in the chat room?
Oh yes, yes. Chat room, sound and video. All right, friends over on YouTube, take care. Me and Peter will be in chat. Once again, remember
Yeah.
hit that thumbs up, comment,
Make it.
membership giveaway a little bit later. So make sure you do that to stay in the drawing. Take care, guys.
Right. So that's some good stuff that we have. Today is Wednesday, so we can give something away as well. That's as well. So make sure that you guys like the video and subscribe to your channel. So I'm sure you are subscribed to our channel. So make sure that you are, so we can actually give the laptop away or membership. This NVDA doesn't want to go do anything.
All right. Well, SPY is really starting to roll over here.
Yeah.
Ironically, I made my best two trades today were just options trades on SPY and Q as they broke out there.
Tesla is selling off. I mean, Parse, are you sure Tesla? That was a really nice pop and drop on Tesla.
Tesla's sitting right at yesterday's low right now. Should bounce there, but markets are looking a little bit weak right now.
You are shorting TSLL. That's pretty nice. TSLL. I'm still long this NVDL. I don't know if probably I should get out of it. Yeah, probably. Let's see if what's going to
NVIDIA
happen
doesn't look
now.
very strong
Oh,
right now.
IWM is the weakest.
Nice bounce back on
Euro.
the
1 euro. Do the proposal. We need some good news.
shorted the SPY. See if we can get a from that rejection on the yesterday's high or yesterday's low. Let's see if it sits there or not. Back in my break even.
QBTS. How did you guys trade in YouTube? Did you had any good trading day on YouTube? CRWV is amazing. Like this CoreWeave, I don't know if it's a database company or what it is exactly. It's the move on it is amazing. So all right, so the market is rolling over.
Okay, here we go.
Wants to roll over.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm still short SPY. Let's see if we can break down here.
One of our members, actually, one of our members um, in Brussels found the bear bull. It's pretty nice. Carlos, I'm going to send it to you if you want to.
Okay, I'm out of that. Yeah, bounce back again.
Carlos. Carlos, show that bear and bull. That is one of our members found it in Brussels. That was pretty interesting. That was quite interesting. Oh, Carlos is gone. I think he's not behind his computer. Oh, maybe he is. All right, let's see if the NVIDIA can pop to the green. I think market wants to go there.
SPY's buying up again.
VDA, yeah, Qs don't want to go down. SPY is really at the
No.
VWAP. I'm still long NVDL. I want to see if potentially can do the previous day close again. Any good news? Any bad news? So Brian, are you in any trades? Jared, what about you? Jared trades really well.
No, I tried to short the SPY and just got stopped out. But
NDIS.
thinking about getting along here could be interesting. We are sort of stuck in a range. The Qs are back up near an area where it could break out.
All right, let's see if NVIDIA can continue going higher or not. Brian, what do you think on the book map on NVIDIA? There you go. Come on. Ah, beautiful. Come on. One big, beautiful pop. That's it. That's what we want.
There we go. So I'm just nice pop back up on NVIDIA.
What we want. So yeah, there was actually a very nice bear and bull statue in Brussels. So Carlos is showing it now. I don't know if anyone has ever seen it or not. One of our members sent it to me. That's exactly our community, bear and bull. It's actually super nice. I think they're kind of copper or something.
Where is that? Where is that?
It's in Belgium, Brussels or Brussels. I don't know
Oh,
how to
okay.
pronounce
Oh,
it.
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. One of our members just took that picture for us. Super nice. Yeah, thanks, Carlos. All right, now let's see if NVIDIA is going to go green. How do they pronounce Brussels? Is it Brussels or Brussels? Brussels? Like, how do you
Brussels.
pronounce
I think
Brussels?
it's called Brussels. Yeah.
Like Brussels sprout? Like, same?
Yeah. I
Brussels.
could be I could be wrong on that, but
Brussels. Okay. I've never been there, actually.
can't
I'd like
say
to go
that
there.
I haven't been there. Have you been there?
No, I haven't been to Belgium. So is it French and German? What languages are there?
I think it's French. It's
Dutch.
I know it's some German for sure.
French and Dutch. Flemish. Europe is amazing. Europeans, they got the life right, man. It's just, that's the way to do it.
This is not a great trading day. At least the markets really since about 10 o'clock has been pretty choppy. Really not no direction for sure.
Yeah, I did a nice short on QBTS. And the NVIDIA was nice. Ah, damn, it's
Mm,
dropping again. The market,
just got a
NVIDIA
big
was, Google had a really nice run. It's just keep going up still, huh?
SPY's dropping again here.
VDL is kind of my break even. Maybe I should get out of it. This is the third time that I'm getting out of it and it runs up. We'll see. 52, my average is at 52.04. Let's see if we can actually do it. Just a little bit pop.
Back down to low of day on the SPY. It's going to bounce again here.
There you go. On NVDA, you can do it. Man, what do you see in the book in NVDA?
Yeah, this is just a frustrating day to trade right now.
Your short micro futures, DTS traders. Yeah, SPY is too much. Obviously, it was super extended on the moving averages, so kind of expected to pull back a little bit, the SPY. But the bonds are scary. Nobody wants to buy bonds, US bonds.
Hmm. And SPY bouncing again off that low. See if it's going to hold this time. NVIDIA is not selling off. It's hanging in there. Okay, just shorted SPY a bit here. Here we go. It's going to cover some. I'm trading options, trading the 590 puts.
You're buying 590 puts, huh? Or no, selling
on
it.
the SPY. Yep. Just a way to get short. Here we go. I'm just going to cover some. They're at $1.80 right now. These are expiring end of the day. So there's zero DTE. Here we go. Oh, here we go. There we go. Nice. Just sold some at 190.
Oh, there you go. NVIDIA is popping up. Let's see if NVIDIA wants green. One NVDL. I'm still long NVIDIA, guys. So
Yeah, Nvidia is fighting the direction. I'm out of the rest of them because they just came back to my break even. So that was a nice little drop there. like that. Liquidity grab by the market
Oh, there you go.
makers.
NVIDIA is going to go green. Bigger asks
Look at
are
that. Look
stacking
at that.
up. Okay, there you
Look at
go.
that.
Yes.
Nice
Come on,
bounce
NVIDIA.
back.
Come on. Come on, NVIDIA. I'm still long
Can you
NVIDIA,
believe that?
guys. Actually, come on. See if we can go red to green. Gary, what are you trading? You're trading SPY through Fibonacci levels, huh?
It just as soon as I was just reading the price action. We came back and retested the that low that was put in just around 10:30, and it just felt like we weren't going to hold there this time. I had a really tight stop on it, so if we did start to bounce back, but I just it just felt like we were going to drop there.
Nice, Gary.
Now we're coming right back up again. Total manipulation, I think.
Manipulation of what? Markets?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the way it dropped and then came right back up again, it broke down right where an area where there probably was a lot of stops.
You just want to take your money, Brian. You got to give it back to the markets.
No, it didn't. They didn't take my money that time. I made some good money on that one.
Let's see if NVIDIA wants to go to the high of the day. I'm still long average 5204. I want to see if you can get to 5250. Qs look like they want to go higher. Oh, there you go. There you go.
Look at
5233. Come
this.
on, come on.
Look at that. Wow. Look at the Qs break out. Qs are going to go green now, maybe.
That would be nice. That would be super nice. Come on, guys. We want to give the laptop away too. So let's all pray that this is going to pop up fast.
I know, Ratrix. Yeah, it's been tough trying to short the SPY for sure. It's been tough trying to short this market. I mean,
I didn't partial on NVIDIA yet. Let's see if this one's
wow,
doing enough.
Netflix breaking through 1200 here. I think that's an all-time high for Netflix.
Reboot is also going very nice.
God, don't want to step in front of that train.
Wow, Reboot is also popping up very nicely. So Reboot is since IPO went at 80. I think Reboot was a SPAC. QBTS is a garbage thing. NVIDIA, I'm still in there. Still hopeful that NVIDIA can do another pop. Qs might go green for the day. Come on, 5 more minutes.
Well, that rally was short-lived.
QBTS
Gold and silver
is
trades doing well. I'm in the swing trades. Gold making a comeback.
all right. So what about this one? Let's we have a few minutes left. Let's do the membership giveaway just right now. And let's see if I'm long NVIDIA, so I want to see if NVIDIA actually can do what I want. So you guys make sure that you like and subscribe and comment on the video. So we get 1 year of full access to our membership. Let's go. Boom.
All right.
All right.
Who's going to be the winner?
Who's going to be the winner? While we're doing this, we hope deeply that NVIDIA pops up to high of the day.
It's going.
Thanks for your support and interest, guys. 1 year membership with 100% tariff would be 6 months membership. Oktay Yildiz. Oktay Yildiz. Seems like a Central Asian name. Oktay.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, email me and you will be part of the VIP group. So while NVIDIA is popping up, let's finish our scalp on NVIDIA. Qs are going to go green, Brian. No, MTJ, I haven't partial
Yeah,
yet.
Qs are going to go green here.
Yeah, now I'm starting partialing some at 50-45. Qs touch the green.
Yeah, look at that.
Trade.
SPY's breaking out.
That's probably one of the
Like
longest
I
trades
said,
that
it's
I've made in my life.
hard to short this market.
Bitcoin is at one. Bitcoin is going to all-time high. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're right. Bitcoin is going to all-time high. Wow, Bitcoin hit the all-time high before the other assets. Interesting. Congratulations to all the Bitcoin holders.
Why? Is Bitcoin up now?
It's near all-time high, Bitcoin.
Oh, okay, cool.
Wow,
Yeah, I wondered. I just looked at I was just looking at some of my swing trades. I've got this IBIT in my swing trade account.
IBIT.
And it seems to be up quite a bit today.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, IBIT is up 2% now. BDL. Congratulations to all Bitcoin believers. John, congratulations. I stand corrected.
I still don't see the value in it, but I don't see the value in where Tesla's trading now either, but that wouldn't stop me from reading the price action. And look at this, SPY is moving up here as well.
The funny part is that John hold this Bitcoin for 10 years and sold right at the bottom. Jeez. Man. John, I bought some Bitcoin, the IBIT that Brian has in December. And I said, oh, I'm going to leave it there. And then I sold it there, and then traded TNA on it, and I got liberated on TNA. Half of my account. I
You
wish I
got
still had
liberated.
that. I wish I had those ones. Yeah, such is life, man. Such is life.
Got liberated from your money.
From half of my account. Right, so we are partialing more 52.54. So MTJ, did you believe in Andrew Aziz? Where is that person who questioned my NVDL trade? Show yourself if you dare. Was it who was it? Show yourself. Question my trade. How dare you in front of everybody? You said, Andrew, why are you going long in? Show yourself and get banned. somebody questioned my NVDL trade.
NVDL.
All right, guys, it's 8 a.m. Thank you so much. It's 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Yeah.
everybody. I had a good day. I still have some NVDL and let it run. Obviously, I have some bonds. I might actually buy some more bonds here, like maybe another 500,000 VCLT. Not a bad idea. I don't know. This macroeconomic, this US debt crisis and Japanese yield really freaks me out. And this Ray Dalio is constantly coming out. Oh, debt crisis, countries are going broke. But I don't know. This bubble might burst another 2-3 years. I don't know if you want to stay in cash or have gold in your account for 3 years. I don't know. That's the problem with financial market is you don't know. It really freaks me out, this debt crisis. But I don't know what to do.
See, the thing about that is, if it's a country issuing debt, they can always print more money, but devalues the currency, can cause inflation.
Yeah,
but every country's almost seems like every country is running a debt.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the best thing is just buy and hold some good assets, not garbage assets. Like S&P 500 is really the best assets. Like it's, market cap weighted. It's, 11 sectors in there. There is 11% of it is real estate. You have exposure to the global market. If S&P 500 is dropping 20, 30%, is every other asset that you have is kind of getting hit. So everybody gets rich and poor at the same time, I think. I have good diversity. I have a lot of cash. I have also a lot of real estate, and I guess if I stay in there and a crisis happens, I guess everybody shares the pain. But you can't follow this news and make decisions based on this news, because what I found is really impacting where you read this stuff, also really impacting how you think about life. Like that's like politics, always like that too. People who follow certain news and certain political view, the reality slowly changes, and they just think always like that, either left and right, wrong or right. There's no wrong or right, but same as financial things. If you constantly follow these perma bears and doomers and stuff, so you constantly might miss in the good investments. But what I found after 2 really big loss is just to don't mess around with the leverage. Just have a good portfolio and just watch it, like and forget the password. Goes ups and downs, and it's just financial market has volatility. No, like ACK, like commercial real estate. If you go into a recession, commercial real estate is getting hits as well. Like I don't think there's any really safe haven assets as well. Like you just have to be diversified and just be in there. Like I own Bitcoin myself through S&P 500. I think MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is part of S&P 500. So I'm already exposed to crypto as well. And also when the crypto market goes up, NVIDIA goes up, a lot of these mining and a lot of
Coin
correlated
is now
assets.
in the Coin is in the SPY now too, so there you go. So you're exposed to Bitcoin, even if you're in VOO or
Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations to all Bitcoin holders.
Hello, Brian, Andrew.
Oh, Paris,
hey,
you're here.
good news, sir.
Yes,
How are you doing? Are you from Vancouver, huh?
yes, in Vancouver.
Paris is in Vancouver. I'm gonna actually see you tomorrow, I guess. Yeah,
Yes.
perfect. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go take a shower, have some meetings, and figure out why my life is falling apart. Handing it over to our man, Paris.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you,
All
Brian.
right. Cheers.
Andrew, did you do the giveaway?
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Oh, I missed it. All right.
So, how is everyone on YouTube? I'm short QBTS, guys. I'm traveling and I'm trading from my travel screen. So, let's see. So, QBTS is actually going down. And I'm taking some off on QBTS. Hey, Amanda. Uh, Adrian. Yeah, I'm actually in Vancouver, and I'm gonna be here in Vancouver for a few weeks. So my family my brother and my all his wife and kids and everybody moved here to Vancouver. So this is my second home now. So, oh, perfect. Thank you, Carlos. Can you guys hear me okay? My voice is okay, everybody.
Yeah, it's good, brother. It's good.
Awesome. Okay, the internet seems to be good as well. I got a new Wi-Fi as well, so internet seems to be okay. But why is my laptop not charging? Yeah, ठीक है. Okay. Okay, so I traded QBTS. I traded Target. Target was on my watch list. Man, it's amazing how it's rallied after selling off at the open a little bit. But then I didn't touch it. I lost money on Nvidia and I lost money on Tesla. So I'm small green on the day, but I tried to short Nvidia and Tesla, uh, and I think it was more of a long than short. So yeah, but overall small green on the day because I mistakenly went heavy size on Tesla on this short, and I did not. I think I had some issues with the hotkey. But QBTS is working really nice. So let's see if QBTS gives us a chance. Hey Rahul, good to be back trading. and wasn't able to trade for the past couple of days. Google is rallying today, so Google is really strong. I don't know what the news is, but Google has been very strong today. Anybody take the Google? What's the news on Google? So, so QBTS is continues to, and irrespective what SPY is doing, QBTS has been in a state of overall sell-off. I went short, and this is what I like looking. I was thinking of taking a shot right here. Like this pop is basically like the moving averages are trending down, all these things. I love shorting here. I couldn't catch shorting at this point because I was trading at the thing, and then it sold off, came back to the PDC, popped back up. This is a perfect pullback. This is an opening range breakdown when it goes down and then comes back, retest this area, and then continues to sell off, and it's trending lower now. So, so the idea was I shorted for the break of low of the day. It dropped, I covered some, and then I stopped out. So I gave a little bit of room above this thing, above 17 actually. But I got the second I stopped out right here. And then when it did not pop up, when I get stopped out, I would think that it would pop up and then continue going higher. But when it did not did that, I basically went short, same thesis, same aligned for a break of low of the day, which was this one. So shorted here, it dropped, pulled back, held very nicely. This is where I doubled my size. This was tier 2 size, and then scaled out to the profits. And then here were the areas of adding more, but I wasn't having that conviction to add more. And then I was looking for the continued sell-off, and I'm like below 16 or below 16 1550 was the area I was thinking I would scale out to all my profits, all my position. But let's see how it does. My stop loss is above 17. 17 is the seller that I've came across. So if the seller steps above 17, maybe it claims the VWAP. 1670 is the area right now. So this is the area I would be thinking of getting out. And I have a pretty good average as well. So I'll hold this and see how it goes. So Target is rallying, and now it's trying to pull back. Target was gap down this morning. Uh, uh, what else, guys? So Tesla is actually such a garbage. Shouldn't have touched Tesla this today. I took two trades. I think in this one on Tesla, was looking for the break of low of the day. It dropped, and I did not like it. I took completely got out. on a profit. Then I shorted here and then cut my size, added more, and then stopped out. So no, I'm not in Tesla. I think Tesla is now, once it's sold off like this, and now if it's coming back, it's more of a long now. Tesla feels like it wants to break the 350 soon again and break like a boss. But I'm not interested to take this long either. So QBTS is, yeah, QBTS bounced back very strong. And this is the area where it, yeah, my battery is down. So hold on, give me just 1 second, guys. Uh, okay, I'm back. So what portable monitors do I use? I don't have a crazy travel setup. I don't usually, if I travel, I don't trade, but this was like I was moving for 3.5, 4 weeks, and so it's just basic. I don't even know, like uh 1080p travel screen, like an additional screen. And I was thinking of getting, I think, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a basic. I don't have a crazy laptop either. I don't usually trade on my laptop, but very rare I do it. So it's just there to support one or two screens max. It's a pretty old laptop. It does say it's a i7 core processor and GeForce NVIDIA graphics card and 12 GB RAM and 500 GB SSD. Yeah, it's a pretty old one though. Uh, and the screen is 1080. I just got it from Amazon, 1080p, just basic portable screen. It's a 15.6 inches. I was thinking of shorting QBTS. The orange line is the VWAP. The orange line that you see is the VWAP. It rejected from VWAP very clearly. Yeah, VWAP without the pre-market. So target is now trying to catch up to the trend. But I don't know why Target rallied when it was gapped down like 6%. So there's nothing that is interesting to me right now. I am only in QBTS short, and QBTS is like popped up. Now it's selling off again. I think that was a good ad again. That for 1670, 1680 area is the where the sellers have stepped down from 17 to 1670, 1680 area. And yeah, now it's a point where it will bounce and then see if it sells off again. Will it make a, higher high, or will it continue to sell off and then sell off? And this is a good area for me to get out a little bit. So let me take some off. And let's see if it gives me a chance to get off a little lower. So break below 1650. Let's see if it rejects the PDC again. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't take any partial. I was too late to get out at the area that I was looking at. Yeah, it's difficult to trade from the laptop. I'm not habituated to trade with laptop. So Nvidia is rallying. Nvidia looked I tried to short couple of times exactly at the 134 area, but it never dropped 134. I was trying to get the 134 drop, uh, but it never did. 134.10, 134.20 area was looking weak, but every single time it dropped below 134, it was bought back up. And that's why I didn't touch it after that. Like I tried three times, one at the open very quickly, and then this one it dropped, but immediately came back up. And today I think Nvidia is gonna be rallying for overall. So yeah, it held that particular level. 134 held. This is a very strong tight consolidation. And then eventually on a daily, if this goes above 136, then a lot of new buyers would step in. So this is a very tight, good consolidation on a bullish side. But I was thinking it would drop to 130 today before it starts rallying on the upside. Okay, QBTS seems like it wants to bounce. So QBTS might come and stop me out at break even. Yeah, this is what this area is the area where it's a test. Will the buyer step in? Because this is where the trend will start forming if it's a change of character. So this is where it made a higher high, and then it will come back and then make another higher high and then eventually go higher. But if it starts making like a lower low right here, then anything would happen. Either it could go this or it could go down. So we'll see how it does. But currently what the price action is telling me is that the buyers are trying to step up. Ideally, what would have loved to see was it drops like this, pulls back, and then drops another lower again. So that's what I would love to see. But it did not happen that way. And it's trying to make higher highs. Man, it is difficult to wake up in the morning. It is so difficult. I even woke up in the morning and took a shower and everything. I'm still very sleepy. This PST time zone is tough to trade, man. Especially a person like me. Adrian. Yeah, Toronto, Washington, D.C., Virginia, whatever. Like, I love East Coast. This is like, can you tell me that I took a shower today? Like, I'm so sleepy. And it's difficult. It's a very difficult thing to do. And I get what people in West Coast might feel like. So, yeah. Peter, person like me, a person like me who misses trading in the East Coast because of the time. Like a person like me who has missed trading in the past just because I couldn't wake up at 9:30. That's me. Yeah, the bedtime is the only problem. It's like I'm a night owl most of the time, so and I've tried. I've read multiple books of waking up early and the benefits of waking up early in the morning. Just that I have genuinely tried, but I don't know. And I've tried for 21 days, I've tried for like 60 days, and even after the 60 days, I get back to the place where I was. So, Peter, yeah, that is true. If you ask me to be awake all night, I'll happily do it. But waking up early, Peter, only Peter can wake me up. The last time Peter and me shared a room together, and he was so convinced that I'm not gonna wake up, and he made sure that I stand up around the bed before he leaves. We were supposed to leave to where were we supposed to leave to somewhere place in Colombia, and we had to leave early. So Peter was the guy. Yeah, isn't that fire guy? Sometimes I don't know, maybe it's like how the body is designed. Like if you ask me to like even back in college, back in like school days, I could never wake up early in the morning and learn or study. I was always that night person who used to do all-nighters and everything. Okay, seems like QBTS doesn't have a juice to go down more, so I think I'll get stopped out at break even. Matthew. Uh, yeah, and I think that's why I was like, I think I would perform way better in my trading if I like if the market opens like in the evening time for me, like late night in the evening. Like something in like what happens in Dubai or India or something like that. Uh, I want something that market where opens at something around 11:30 in the night. I would love that. I think I would perform way better. Okay, I think I am gonna get out of. Okay, all out on QBTS. 12 p.m. to and go party, come back and trade, and then go to bed. Good idea, Peter. 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yeah, it's so weird to be. So I got all out on QBTS, guys. I think this is. Yeah, I've traded Leo. I've traded in India. When I visit India, I try to get some trading hours, and I perform really well. I think the problem with India is like uh, it does the timing doesn't work for me either because it's like evening time, like 7:30. It's usually you're hanging out with people and all of that, and then you hang out around 10:30, 11, and then I think if wherever I don't know wherever the market opens at 11, I think I would love that because usually 10:30, 11 is something that I wrap up everything and then 11 to maybe 1, this is my time and I'll basically and I'm very active during that time, 11 to 1. Like my brain is very active. I whatever I want to learn, like people who wake up early in the morning to learn stuff, like because that's where their brain is very active. My brain is very active between 11 and 1. Nothing suits you. Uh, yeah, Ekam. Yeah, it's 9 p.m. in India, yeah. But yeah, where is at 9:30? It is 7 p.m. in India. However, which place has 11 p.m.? What place is 11 p.m. at 9:30 a.m. in the morning? Australia? Then I need to go to Australia. Yeah, Australia would be a good place to for me to like I think my efficiency would increase a lot by a lot. My brain works like I can tell my brain works really good during that time. Yeah, I've never been to Australia, but Peter, show me around. Oh, Michael. Yeah, Peter has lived in Australia for a little bit. Yeah, yeah. There is this the Bondi Beach, right? The Bondi Beach. Is that in Australia? Oh, that's in Sydney, yeah. Yeah, I've watched a documentary on that. So, so that's why I know that. Uh, yeah, yeah. Melbourne is much better. Okay. My first job ever, like just out of like not even in college. Like I'm sorry, just outside of my school and during the period of, all the holidays between your engineering time, I worked in a part-time job in a call center. And in that call, they paid shit money, like 2,000 rupees a month. And that was back 2,000 rupees a month. That is how many dollars? Uh, maybe like 20 bucks a month or maybe 30 bucks a month, like $30 a month. And you have to work like 8 hours and shitty. And it was all like the number of sales you do. And the sales we were selling to people in Australia. Um, and we were selling a package of a travel package and vacation plan for 6 nights and 7 days and all of that. And the number of sales you do, you get a percentage cut of it as well. So even though it paid really shit money, the environment of that call center was the best environment I've ever been to. Like I thoroughly enjoyed the work environment in that call center. So, uh, well, yeah, that was my first job ever to sell vacation packages to Australian people. And usually Australian people would pick up the phone. They would like people in US, Canada, Australia, they'll pick up the phone and listen to you. If you call people like the telemarketing stuff and in Asian countries specifically, they'll not even listen to you. They'll just hang up the phone. But people in Australia are nice and they would listen. They would try to understand what the other person is selling, and if they're interested, they might even buy it. And we even had those conversions of selling those packages. So yeah, it was pretty. Yeah, free ride home and back and free food. Yeah, that's exactly the environment was. Yeah, Matthew. Yeah, I think would be a perfect time for me. Very nice. Yeah, yeah,
Let's go, Paris.
yeah.
Can you hear
Let's
me?
go.
Let's go. I've been
Yeah, I
looking
can
for
hear
an
you.
excuse for 10 years to get back to Australia. Let's do it, man. I'll show you around Melbourne. I love the city.
No, actually, I'm very serious, Peter. Let's plan. Let's actually plan.
We'll
And
go.
let's
We'll spend a month. We'll see how it works. We can
yeah,
both
spend a
trade.
month. Let's trade together, and
Yeah.
let's see how we perform.
Yeah. All right. We'll figure it out when. So it'll be good. We can do it during the winter in North America because it'll be summer there too. So even better.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah. Let's talk with Andrew here as well. Like, let's create this BBT trip like we did in Colombia to Australia.
There you go. Yeah, that's even better if we could do like a whole BBT event out of
Yeah. No, I would love to go to Australia. That's in my bucket list. And if you are there with me, I'm hands down there.
it. All right. We'll figure it out. Okay, cool.
Oh, that's really nice of you, Michael. So QBTS did not break the 17. It did claim the VWAP. It's bouncing from the VWAP. What is Tesla doing? Tesla sold off again. Rejected the 346. Nvidia is strong. Baidu sold off. Google rallied really nice. Yeah, I'm not sure if there's anything I have that I want to trade right now. It might pull back a little bit. Uh, Nvidia is very strong. Yeah, I miss all my screens today, and these portable screens are tiny. I don't see a lot of like I have to concentrate a lot to watch the day. PANW was actually Palo Alto, a cybersecurity firm, which is reported today. It was gapped down. Yeah, but these firms, like just with AIs and everything, it's every cybersecurity firm or every tech firm that is benefiting from AI is actually doesn't matter. Nvidia, wow. I hope Andrew is inside, still there. I think he's holding onto the position. What a move from on Nvidia. So let's see. So Nvidia is at the top of the range, which is 136.19, and QBTS breaking the 17 now. So yeah, nothing that I'm interested in. It's Apple doing. Yeah, Apple rallied. What is Meta doing? Everybody's talking about CRWV. What is that? It's up 20%. Wow. What is the news with this? Oh, this is the one that is the recent IPO. The other day I was watching at 60 and now it's at 100. What's the news with this? Has to do with CRWV. What's the name of the company? Core Weaver? Or Core Weave? Or really? What a move on this. Meta is doing nothing. Apple, nothing. Google, UNH, QBTS continues to break the 17. Tesla is, yeah, nothing happening with Tesla either. So, anything interesting that is happening with any stock? What was this Baidu? Nvidia to 136.63, man. Baidu is Nvidia is strong, guys. Nvidia is the one that should have been. I think Andrew must be in it. So what is R6 on Nvidia? Now it's getting extended. Very nice trending price action. Then this got extended, went to 136.70. Now it's trying to pull back. You can scalp it for a smaller move on the. Oh man, that's SMCI. Yeah, SMCI is. What is AMD doing? I think me entire semiconductor, yeah, entire semis are strong. Yeah, AMD is popping up too. The only people who do not get oh man, I'm sorry guys. I'm yawning a lot. MU is doing nothing. Intel is, yeah, they're all gapping up too, but not much as Nvidia or Nvidia is 1.4. Oh, Nvidia was gapped down and then it rallied, and then this is the big rally that came in. I think this usually becomes a very, when things get extended like this, I might scale to the short side. Let's see if it gives us a chance to short it. If it's strong, then I wouldn't short it. Okay, shorting one time on Nvidia. Let's see if it has the strength to uh, sell off. If it doesn't, then I'll very quickly get out. Okay, getting out, guys. That wasn't a good trade. I was trying to scalp to the downside, but the buyers kept stepping up. Yeah, it's not dropping even at this point a lot. Okay, one more time, guys. One more time trying to short at the, just to try to capture few cents to the downside. But it just doesn't want to drop, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'll have to get out again. Yeah. Okay, getting out, guys. I don't like it. No reason for me to short a very strong stock. This is gonna squeeze to the upside. I was just messing around. Yeah, this is a very strong stock. Trying to capture a momentum on the downside, but the momentum never gave. Like this stock is very strong to short on the short side. This was a bad trade. This was just out of boredom, I guess. Trying to capture like 20, 30 cents, risking 10 cents. Like that's yeah, this is a strong stock that I do not want to touch in. Google. Apple is going down. Nvidia is strong. Yeah, see this guys, this is very strong. Very careful in shorting Nvidia. This is very strong stock. It won't even like pull back a little bit. It would just absorb all the buyers. Sorry, sellers. So QBTS is trying to hold. Tesla, I think it could be choppy all day. The way it's trading, it's trying to hold the range. Like if you look at Tesla's range on a daily, it is trying to hold this range, this 352 and 336. It is trying to just trade range bound and those things. So for the first one, two, three, four, five, five was yesterday. I think later in the day it sold off really bad, but ideally this should have continued selling on the downside. But anything below 342, I was thinking if it drops below 342, it can go to 336. But nothing. Yeah, Nvidia is rejected the 137 now. It's still strong, 137. So what was your biggest? What was R6? 137? Nice, nice. Yeah, 137 got rejected now. Peter is short. Peter is short Nvidia. Now, should I take a shot? Who looks tall on camera? Me? I wish I was taller. I'm 6'1". Very nice shot. Peter, that was way better shot than what I was trying to do. Oh, I think that was a PJ, I guess. Yeah. You're 6'5"? Yeah, I would love 6'5". I think 6'3", 6'4", 6'5". That I would love that height. Okay, Nvidia coming back up again, 136.95. This is a beast, guys. This yeah, Tesla. Oh, Tesla is trying to be strong now, trying to break out of 346. Nvidia, I'm gonna take one more shot here. Oh, sorry. Ah, do I want to take one shot? Should I take a shot? Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, guys, I think it's top of the hour. Let's wrap it up. And yeah, I'll try to see you guys tomorrow if I'm able to be able to wake up. So take care, guys. Have a great rest of the day. See you guys tomorrow.